All right.
What about that?
Wonderful.
Yay.
Hello, hello.
So,
Well, I like how Critical Role has 2.5 thousand watchers, and we have 7.
all right. Well, welcome everybody who's watching
To another
Yes.
episode of the World of Darkness Chicago. Brought to
World
you
of
by
Darkness.
The Critical Fail.
I think we're the only ones watching
We are the
ourselves.
only ones watching. But you never know when someone's going to want to catch up on episodes later.
Right, so
Yeah.
welcome for those of you who are watching later.
Later.
And now there be 9.
Welcome from the past into the future.
There we go.
Welcome, present selves from the past.
Now
Future
If you're watching
selves.
this right now, it means we're all dead.
Yes, it's starting to hurt my brain.
All right. Sorry, I did not have the other us muted. Our past selves.
We're talking to you from the past.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
We're
right.
currently future selves. Whenever we hear
Don't
the
believe
echo.
in the future.
Can you ever currently be future self?
Well, you are now.
Well, yes, because I am actually a master of time magic, so yes, I can be.
You're not master of time magic, homie.
Wow, I'm watching.
You got
stream-
space and
I'm watching a stream on Facebook, and they
Oh.
like, have
Let me-
automatically scrolling captions.
Whoa.
What captions?
They've got captions on Critical Fail on Facebook. Like right
What are the
now,
ca-
I'm being captioned.
What's caption say?
oh yeah. No, it does caption.
It's neat.
It's got a like a dragon kind of deal. It's pretty sweet.
That's cool.
It's impressive.
It's not always right, but it's cool.
hmm Okay, so let's start out with a little recap.
Are we going to introduce
Um,
our characters?
Yeah. I mean, we can start out with a brief introduction. Just basically what the party knows about your character, what kind of values, ambitions y'all have, why you're doing what you're doing, maybe a little bit of where you come from. Basically, a cover page, but not a resume.
Mm.
What are we
Not a
going on?
CV. A cover
Say again?
page, not a CV, just a resume.
Right.
Right.
Curriculum vitae.
All right. Well,
I'll go
since I'm the
first.
leader of this
I'll go
group,
first. I'm the newest.
The newest goes first.
Tommy's a war vet who's got PTSD around werewolves, and he basically hates anything that has to do with them. A sniper, very reserved, really down to earth, and really likes to shoot named werewolves. And, well, anything else that threatens his party.
Team.
So essentially, he's you.
Pretty much.
All
Are
right.
you anybody who's watching? You might be sensing a theme here. They give me characters that are basically one of my multiple personalities.
You also might get a theme here that we have to give him characters. He won't create his own.
When
so
you
we
do,
write a character we
well-
think he'll play well.
But when you do give me the opportunity to make a character, I make one that thinks he's something else. So the problem is there.
Mhm.
Again, basically
Yeah.
me.
You still have
the only
disassociative
character you've
personality.
actually made is somebody who doesn't even know what race he is.
Right.
He absolutely does know what race he is.
Yeah.
Everybody else is mistaken.
All
So,
right.
We can
The-
move on to the next person.
The Bartholomew would be the next newest.
Hi. No, I'm Bartholomew Benbow, and I'm just basically chill, right? And the crew has decided to allow me to tag along because I supply them with lovely armaments and ammunition
Your what?
from my mansion in Chicago.
The Wiener Mansion.
Yeah, well, I was going to mention it because I don't want to make people feel jealous, but I do live in the former Oscar Mayer Wiener Mansion in Evanston, Chicago. Just saying.
You do realize it's not the wiener, it's just Oscar Mayer. For crying out loud.
No, right. No, but I do have some.
He's British. You got to give him a break.
The Britiot.
On the British. Yeah, it's not what I call myself, really. Although I do like it because it, you always know you're accepted in a group when you get a nickname, and my nickname is the Britiot.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand it, but I feel, part of the group.
I got a lot of friends from way up north in the country, and they refer to me as the Cityit.
Nice. Anyway, that's me.
Nice. Caleb would be next.
Hi, I'm Caleb.
Hi.
And
That's
that's it. Thanks.
That's
That's all the depth that his character has.
Still not quite sure what Caleb does except
I
drive.
didn't even know that much.
Yeah.
I don't drive.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, he
that's
actually
that's
trimmed-
for the poor people.
Oh, that's
Trimmed-
Floyd.
trimmed a
Only
little
poor
bit of
people
fat
drive.
off
My
that
bad.
description.
Floyd's a driver.
Oh my good lord.
All right. I think the next oldest. Gosh, would that be Jeb?
Possibly.
Well,
Yeah,
Jeb
well-
and Floyd and Akono were all pretty much the same time.
Yeah, I think that there's some different differentiating factors. I think instead of time now, I'm going by maturity of age.
Oh Christ.
I would never be on that list.
So it's a toss up between Floyd and Jeb. Akono definitely
It's-
acts the older person.
it's absolutely
he's a 70, he's a
Yeah.
70-year-old
Before.
man in a. I don't know how old Akono is in the game, but
He's about 23.
okay. I was thinking mid-20s.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it'd be
It's-
Jeb over Floyd.
It's
Floyd is
it's
way
all the
more mature.
mushrooms that he eats. That's why he comes off as so mature. Is because
That's
he's
right.
constantly tripping.
Yeah, Floyd,
Mescal
Floyd's
buttons. Peyote.
Yeah, so my name is Jeb, and I'm from, roundabouts New Mexico way, a little bit closer to like West Texas.
New Mexico. Where?
Ex Marine Corps, scout sniper. Me and Tommy was in the Corps together. Now we come out and we was working for a outfit called Task Force Valkyrie. It's one of them hush hush government black op type deals. We go out and we put bullets in bad guys, mostly E&Es, which for all you civvies out there stands for an extra normal entity. That'd be your typical run of the mill werewolves, vampires, demons, those sorts of things. I like guns. I like shooting things, and it's a good thing too, because like my mama always told me, if you're gonna be dumb, you better be tough. So I'm pretty fucking tough.
Yeah.
I don't consider you dumb, Jeb.
That's because you're one of the few people that makes him look smart.
Tommy's not
Right.
necessarily a dumb guy. He just doesn't talk much, which is the opposite of me. So fuck off.
The only person who makes Jeb look smart is Bartholomew.
That's just because I'm sober more than he is. I wonder what he would be like sober. I really like it would be a very interesting. I wonder if he was like a radically different person.
Somebody said
people.
something. What?
Right.
All right, Floyd.
Yeah, so I'm Floyd, and I got stuck with this group of whack job weirdo nutcases. I don't even know how.
I thought you were with us though.
I'm a guy who knows stuff. I mean, I
Answered the
know
wrong
stuff.
Craigslist ad.
Like, you guys think you think you know what happened 9/11. You think you know You've heard what the government likes to tell you. I'm telling you, I know what really happened. I know where all the bodies are buried. I know who shot Kennedy. And by the way, he's not dead.
Does Floyd wear a tinfoil hat?
I know where Elvis is. I'm a guy who knows stuff, and that's why I gotta lay low, because a lot of people are after me.
I wouldn't call it a tinfoil hat. I just call it a helm of you know.
A helm of
protection.
knowledge. A helm of extreme knowledge.
You don't get no dental work either, do you, Floyd?
No.
You don't do dental work?
I don't got too much cash. I don't got too much cash. I try to. I'm not real great with people. I'm kind of an isolationist, but I've been prepping good. I got a few years worth of supplies stashed in some places that I'm not going to tell anyone about. I don't tell people too much.
But he does walk funny.
Floyd, do you have a 1987 32-foot motorhome?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Yeah,
I can neither confirm nor deny that allegation.
37-foot 1987 Winnebago classic for the tinfoil hat.
I'm pretty handy. I'm pretty handy with tools, fixing stuff. I basically rebuilt my own both my cars from junk up. So I kind of do that on the side whenever I need some cash. I fix up cars and stuff. Pretty handy with a gun. Not as good as the jarheads are, but not too bad either. But yeah, I'm all I'm about is waking up all you sheeple to the reality that surrounds us all the time.
Oh gosh. All right. I have a meme for you later. All right. Last and far from least, Kono.
I play Akono Chilatiku. I am originally from Duncan, Oklahoma. I traveled much with my father around the different tribes of the southwestern United States when I was a youth, learning the ways of my people, the people, and the ways of being a medicine man. Maybe some of you have heard it referred to as a will worker or a mage or an Atlantean. We don't hold with their beliefs nor their philosophies on the weaving of the wills, but our knowledge goes deep as well. I traveled to Chicago in search of the yellow-toothed demon. As a child, I grew up with Jeb. There's much history between our families. My family was murdered by a demon with a yellow-toothed grin. I have been looking for this demon ever since. When I got to Chicago, I telephoned Jeb, who had been working with Tommy for a long time with some side project after he left the military. He didn't talk much about that. We have connected with several other members and are currently engaged in what seems to be some sort of power struggle between the different supernaturals in the city of Chicago. Akono typically has been someone who wears blue jeans and a white t-shirt along with a set of moccasins that go up just below his knee. Although, as of this day, he arrives wearing a three-piece suit and a tie, lapel pin, the whole 9 yards. His hair's done somewhat, and he is smoking a church warden with premium tobacco in it. He shows back up to the Oscar Mayer mansion after leaving for some time during the day after breakfast.
You are always welcome.
All right. Well, thank you all. And I am Marcus. I now play the Lord of Darkness. Been playing this for a couple of years off and on, and with all of this stuff happening in the world right now, we're playing more often than we have in a while, so presents an opportunity for us to get a little extra gaming in, so we're taking advantage of it.
And we're still in 2018. Right?
Yeah.
Correct.
2018.
So none
Yeah.
of this shit has happened yet. Lucky.
Right. Yeah. And just know and understand that once this does happen, Floyd will know what the real reason for it is.
Yeah, you know, Christ, Floyd more than likely will be part of the problem. Maybe.
Already know. Floyd knows this is going to happen right now already.
2018.
He's
Yeah,
just
that
not,
makes
he's
sense.
not sharing shit with us right now. That's all right.
So, general
What does Floyd
overview
know
of the
about Bill
campaign
Gates?
is we are in mid to late October in 2018. 2018 was one of the more violent years in Chicago. And the group has been experiencing some supernatural stuff. The group is roughly composed of a couple of mages and a handful of hunters. They've come together with on a mutual ground, and they all have their own motivations, and some of them overlap. So it's kind of beneficial to help each other.
Unfortunately, Jeb just doesn't actually realize that we're mages.
Jeb has his own belief system, and I mean, it's not. I mean, everybody has their own lens in which they see the world through, and his lens is very different from the average person.
Tommy knows your mages. He saw a Kono floating in the air about 30 feet up while he was sitting on top of that Range Rover.
Yep.
It's like only a mage would do that.
Yep. Our currently,
Holy
so the recap, the group just recently came back from an outing up in Sheboygan, where they went to Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
We're going to call that an outing.
Yeah. There was supposedly an ancient relic. They had heard that there was an ancient relic on the William H. Gott.
Yeah.
I believe it was a William Gott.
Late William Scott.
A Taconite ship that came out of Silver Bay, Minnesota. There was a report from the Task Force Valkyrie team in Minnesota that there was a lot of occult activity happening. There were potential sacrifices taking place. Some firefights happened, and there was some activity around this cargo Taconite ship. The group was basically, maybe forced into some conversations with different vampires, or kindred as they refer to themselves as. There are some pretty powerful players involved. One of them said that you should go to this ship and destroy any of the vampires that are on board, because they are going to get here and they're going to cause some trouble. There's another group of vampires that said, a vampire who said that, they understood that there was some draw for them to go to this ship, and this ship needed to arrive to Chicago, whatever the cost. So the group went to Sheboygan. They got on. Did you guys get? I forget how you got on there. I think it was a helicopter.
Yeah, helicopter dropped us off.
Yeah, you guys got there on a helicopter. There's another Task Force Valkyrie team there. There's a bit of a firefight that happened, some misunderstanding when all of that stuff settled out. There was a spirit / entity and a bunch of minions came out. A battle that happened there. The entire ship got kind of lifted up and listed to one side. All of the entities, actually Akono did some of his, channeling whatever stuff, and the main entity looked at him and said a single word to Okono that he heard, and everything disappeared, and everything got. No, it was Forbanen.
Oh, why do I keep thinking Opstar?
Opstar is what what they said in the ritual.
Oh, okay. That's another word I remember then, but for
Yep.
Bonin.
Yep. I believe it was Forbanen.
Words.
Somebody write that down.
Wrapping that up, the group decided to sink the ship. One person in the group decided to sink the ship, and the ship sank.
That wasn't my fault, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Had nothing to do with it.
No one blames you.
As they were going back, they ran into Akono had a conversation with someone who identified as Kindred. But
Wait a minute. How did they get back? The boat that I rented. I just wanted to put that.
Well, at first it was the lifeboat.
And then there was the boat I rented.
Then there was the big boat, right?
And then, fortunately, I had a driver that was able to take care of getting us back.
Yeah, on the boat that
So the group was on their way back. They got encountered on the highway by some what appeared to be werewolves and multiple wolves, and they escaped that. Got back to Chicago, and they had been discussing their plans on what they're going to do. The general attitude has been, we have been being controlled by all of these different powers, and we want to take the power back and maybe control some of these people, things, ENEs, and get into it. So everybody has had a little bit to recover, catch up on some sleep, mend your wounds, and I believe so. Everybody had basically a day to get recovered, clean your wounds, get rid of all that fatigue, get cleaned up, and I believe where we left off, people had gathered together at
the Wiener House.
The Oscar Mayer man.
And
the House of Wieners.
We have not yet gotten in touch with Father Albright yet, have we? Because I know we had talked about doing that, but
I don't believe so.
No, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I have that written down. So here I'll do everything that I have written down from our last session was Solon. Okay, so Solon is the Task Force Valkyrie superior officer who is in charge of the Chicago ops. So he's like, since we're in a government agency, he's in our chain of command. We reported in what everything was going on, and he wants us to tell him immediately about any run-ins with vampires or werewolves, and also told us to stand down, and basically said, yeah, we've got like a 3-day pass, and we are not supposed to follow up on Max or the werewolves. He says other groups are dealing with those guys, not us. Which I'm like, well, fuck that. They're fucking with us. We're gonna fuck with them back. That
was Maxwell. Vampire Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as far as Red had a talk with Joanna, who is part of a werewolf pack. Thank you. I was like, it's not coven, that's vampires. A werewolf pack, and she had said, because we originally they said this werewolf pack seems like they're friendly towards us, and they said, hey, there's this other group of werewolves, and we're going to warn you. They've got like a tether on one of you guys, so they're basically tracking you down. And we all thought for sure it was Tommy. Well, it turns out she said the tether was not on Tommy; it's actually on Red. So we've been like thinking Tommy was like, yeah, like marked by these werewolves due to his past, and the fact that he has this kind of overriding hatred towards the werewolves. They might want him gone. But it turns out instead it's Red's the one that the wolves have tethered to. And she also said that I didn't get this because I don't know enough about werewolves to know, but she said the werewolves that are hunting Red are not Luna werewolves.
They're not of Luna. They're some other kind.
So whatever that means, but apparently the not of Luna are bad guys. But then I also, so Father Albright was working with a kid who was accused of murdering his parents through some sort of demonic power. Father Mogaji is a disciple of Albright and might know some tactics that are going to be useful for defeating ENEs. Axel, who is a werewolf, said that Maxwell Clark is a vampire lord with insights into the werewolf world, and we need to talk to Byron Zell about a vampire named Greg that we kidnapped because he happens to be the son of Maxwell, who is the vampire lord. And the vampire lord Maxwell has said he's really wants to talk with us. And yeah, we just suddenly put 2 and 2 together last time and realized, oh shit.
I think it was a little more than he really wants to talk to us.
That was
come meet.
That was the big reveal.
I think
Yeah.
I think that was. We already have a meeting scheduled with him.
Yeah, and we're like fuck.
And I think it was more than 2 plus 2.
Yeah.
Like maybe
6 and 3. That's what that equals, right?
Yeah.
Kono did produce the like he's got like a lock of Greg the vampire's hair.
Ah.
And he asked Caleb, can you find him with this?
That's right.
And that's when Caleb turned into a werewolf and Tommy shot him and killed him.
And I think I should be able to do that. I don't have the books downloaded on this computer, so I can't look up spells offhand.
What do you need? Open right now.
So in space, I'm good up to level 4 in space magic. I would think that there's got to be something in there dealing with space that I'd be able to track them down.
You're in space. What dot?
4.
Transportation. We've got portal key. I'll read these off. You let me know if anything sounds familiar. Safekeeping. Suspension. Pocket realm.
in space, no one can.
Co-location.
Co-location might work. I don't remember what that does.
Co-location being in 2 or more places at once. So
no.
multiple
Okay.
images of himself. Ranged blow. Portal. I feel like there is a way to do it like space you have to have, I think, for doing any kind of sympathetic magic. And being, a 4-dot mage, and it seems like there's got to be something that you do with it.
Yeah, I would certainly think so, but without being able to page through the book, I don't remember all the different spells that are.
You should be able to just download it quick while or at least pull it up online.
I suppose, yeah. I'm going to grab some food right now, though, so I will do that as soon as I get back.
All right.
Scrying, you can view a location remotely. It's a 2-dot spell.
Yeah, and I think with Scry, I should be able to, with that hair, that'll give me a sympathetic connection. So I should be able to scry the original, whoever the hair came from, using that sympathetic connection to be able to view where they are.
Let's see, page 114 has rules about sympathetic.
Okay.
Page 114. They say to see page 113 for sympathetic connection to the location.
Gotcha.
The duration at this level is transitory once the maging ceases concentration. But with space 3, the mage can cast the spell with prolonged duration, and space 4 allows him to use advanced prolonged duration factors on page 118. If he touches someone through the scrying window, a reflexive wits plus composure roll is made for that person to notice. So you can reach out and touch somebody. If it succeeds, he knows that something just touched him. But unless he has magical senses, he doesn't know who or what it was. The sensation to invoke sleeper disbelief, see page 274. The caster cannot actually affect anything with his touch unless he combines the spell with another space spell, such as apportation, see page 234. Cast conjuncturally with Spirit 2, the caster can scry across the gauntlet. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. By adding space 2 to a spell, a mage can affect targets at far distances through sympathetic connection.
Okay. All right, so that's what's being cast.
And whose hair was this that I'm trying to track down?
Greg the Vampire. That's the guy that is the subject of the kidnapping. We brought him to some other deal, and the whole time Akona was like, I think he means it. Like, I think he really is somebody really important.
That was the Akono take.
And then whenever we were like, no, we're gonna go ahead and give this guy he's a vampire. We're gonna give him over to a task force. Not task force, but whoever. It was a hunter organization, I believe. And
it was some really rich dudes who had some weapons, and what the deal was if you guys pulled this job off and go to this area of Chicago, and it was a house that was under construction. And you guys go in there, nab whoever is in there, bring them back to these guys. We'll hook you up with some pretty high-end firearms. That was how Jeb got the railgun, not the railgun, but the
minigun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that came from Bart.
It did.
Bart was part of that deal.
Part of that deal. So Bart kind of might have some insight as to what the hell that was all about. He just hasn't said anything.
What?
All right. So Caleb, are you wishing to actually do that?
Yes. So I will start with just scrying, and trying to get a peek at wherever this guy is.
I would say, well, Akona doesn't understand enough about space magic.
Why don't you ask Jeb? Jeb knows all about space magic.
All right, Caleb, say that one more time.
I was just saying, I'm going to start by trying to just scry this guy and get a good look at the area wherever he is, to see what exactly I'm peeking in on.
Okay. Roll. I don't know what roll that would be. I'm sure it's going to be your space. Space with Gnosis being added, correct?
Yeah, so because it's not a rote spell.
It's going to be Arcanum plus Gnosis.
Right.
For an improvised spell.
And how do I do exploding dice again? It's been a while since I actually had to type this out.
Oh, cripes.
Make a macro.
Right. So
Yeah.
here, I got it written down. So you do the D10, then a greater than, then 8, and then an exclamation point. So I don't know if you can see on my horribly. Nope, that's not.
Damn.
It's this
That's
sheet
been
is
work.
all. Oh man, this thing is
Okay.
60-10.
So it didn't explode on the 10.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
1, 2,
Didn't
3,
explode on the
4.
9 either. It didn't explode on the 9 either.
Is it supposed to explode on the 9?
Just the
But
10.
yeah, any
No, because it's greater than 8.
Well,
Maybe I wasn't supposed to have spaces between.
yeah,
Maybe
the
the-
spaces.
Okay. That's probably
Then
why.
also,
Whatever.
it's supposed to be. I don't think it's supposed to be greater than 8.
That's all right. You know what? I'll roll a dice for you. All right, you got a 2. So yeah, no, you get 2 successes. So Caleb, where you guys are at, he kind of goes off into a kind of a corner, sits down with his legs crossed, hands on his knees, kind of does a little bit of like this low kind of chanting sound, closes his eyes, and where you go to, Caleb, you feel the connection to your target, and all you can sense is silence and darkness.
Okay, and what time of day is it right now?
It's creeping into evening, about 5-ish.
Okay, so would it make sense that he's perhaps holed up for the day, doing whatever vampires have to do during the daytime?
Potentially.
That would not be an unreasonable.
No,
logical.
it's a reasonable conclusion. Sure.
Okay. All right. Good enough. And with this, I can't get any sort of feeling for where in the city he is, right? Like I can view him, but I don't. It doesn't give me any sort of location.
Yeah, you don't have like a sonar ping going on.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'll just go back to everybody else and say right now I think he's holed up for the daytime. All I know is that he's somewhere dark and quiet.
Is he alive?
He is not dead.
Or at least he's undead.
He's a vampire.
Right,
yes,
but is he
dead?
Yes, he is not a dead vampire.
Dead,
yeah, he's just not overly dead.
Is he dead, or is he medium rare dead?
He's medium rare.
Got it.
Not quite dead yet.
He's a
Not
fucking
dead
zombie,
yet.
man.
No, he's a vampire, not a zombie.
Oh, I see you get it after all.
Yeah, I get it. Are we gonna go get him, or are we gonna go meet Max?
We don't.
Well, shit. I think as long as he's alive, that's one less thing we have to worry about. That means we didn't weren't responsible for him being killed. I mean, maybe he's maybe we can go meet Max
and tell him we'll go get him.
Yeah, it's true. So when you saw him, do you still got the video feed on him, or I mean, I know you said it was dark.
I think it's a vision. I don't think it's a video feed there, Jim.
I am not currently watching him. No.
I was
you got like
gonna tell you, but I can't do it now.
You got like a tape on it or something we could give to Floyd? I think he might be able to. He's kind of a whiz with that. He might be able to, like, mess with the settings, like the,
Hey, Jeb, I don't think there's a GPS on it.
All right.
Well,
I think we need to go to Max.
For the moment, if we actually would like to go to where he is or locate him, that would take an entirely different style of magic.
Daddy.
Jeb, Magic is a card game.
Why the hell are we talking about cards right now? Shit, we got more important things to worry about. I think since we don't know if we don't know where Greg is, but we know he ain't dead. I think we might want to go and talk to Father Magaji perpetual sorrows.
Yeah, he's going to be pissed off too, isn't he?
He's going to be nearly as pissed off as the vampire lord, and he's going to be the one who's going to help us.
We still don't know if the vampire lord knows that we gave his son up, so I think
Yeah,
we
I'm
might be
gonna-
able to play that off.
I don't think I want to walk into that situation not knowing if he knows whether or not we sold out his kin.
Yeah, we ain't
That
going to be
shit-
able to figure that out anytime soon.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm
we have
saying. But we might be able to find out with this Mogaji might know some crazy ass, some sort of Bible thumping stuff about how we might be able to, zap these foul critters.
Well, let's go do it.
Let's go talk to him. I mean, we got nothing to lose. Worst thing he can say is fuck off. I suppose you could do a little worse than that, but shit, I got a taser.
This is Maxwell that basically pushed you near to death, right?
No, that was Sewer Max.
Oh, that was Sewer Max. Okay.
Yeah.
So this isn't the one, because when we did the whole trip with Father Albright, where we
Yeah,
had
that was
him in
with Sewer
tow. Okay, so I
Mhm.
just had him. I had the two Max. All right.
I don't think we have yet to meet. We have not met Maxwell yet. We just heard about him.
Okay, but that's
As far
that's,
as I know,
that's
yeah.
Greg's father, though. That's
Yeah.
this Maxwell. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we go talk to Magaji. I don't know, whatever his name is. And we'll
You mean
Miyagi?
Is it
Yeah,
Miyagi?
yeah. We'll Yogi. We'll
Miyagi
pick
is
his
a
brain.
wax on, wax off Karate Kid back in the early '90s.
That's right.
All right, just check him.
He's
that little
he's got the
Chinaman.
good
He's
magic. He's got the
That's
really
right.
good magic.
Yeah, I say we go and do that. We'll go talk to him. Who all wants to come along and
I can have Dustin take us inside the limo if we would like to travel together.
Well, I got your 6. We're good.
all right, do we want to roll up in one vehicle or do we want to take two, just in case some shit happens?
In case we need a pineapple out of there.
It
Mhm.
might not be a bad idea to have a second vehicle. I mean,
Wait.
This,
You
this
mean
limo
shit
is
happens with this group? No. Come on.
this
No.
this limo is significantly more upgraded than the last one, but even so, well, we all saw just how bad things can get even inside an armored limo.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and by the way, I vote we change our group name from Voltron to Snafu.
We also good.
In the past, Tommy's been pretty good at keeping people alive who he is focused on keeping them alive.
Just
He
not
basically
him-
single-handedly saved the Alice girl.
Mm.
We could
I
do
would,
that.
I would like to think that maybe some other people might have had a little bit of a hand in that.
Nope, none.
No,
Tommy.
like that was like Carney hands.
All Tommy.
Well,
all the
let's-
time.
It was
Let's
it was
get going. Are
Trump
we
style
going?
hands, but still, there was still
I
a
mean,
hand.
Hey, let's not bring Trump up. He just got elected a couple of years ago.
That's right. Let's give him a
Doing
while.
great things. We're in the middle of the
I got
great
my brand new
economy.
mega hat.
2018.
Yeah, yeah. America is in the process of just starting to get great.
That's right.
right.
America.
I think
Great.
I think right now is actually the time that he. Oh, I'm not even going down that rabbit hole.
No, I wouldn't.
I say let's Floyd, if you don't mind driving again, I can pitch in some gas. Shit, hold on. That last gig at the strip club, where I was bouncing there. But I'll pitch in next time.
Teddy, please, thanks.
Yeah, it's if you don't mind driving, we could probably sure use a second vehicle on this op.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Look, you guys are gonna go face some fans, yeah?
Yeah, you ain't got a tank or a attack tracks back there or something?
No,
Back lot?
Hell,
I
you
would
can take
need.
an armored
I would
Wienermobile.
need several. Well, I was going to say days, but I would need several hours for that. But I do have some Dragon Breath rounds, but I've only got like for shotgun shells and things like that left.
I'll shoot you.
That's perfect. I pull out my sawed off.
Oh,
Yeah.
great! Look, go downstairs. I should have it. I should have at least not 20, 30 shells down there.
Hey, Lord of Darkness, did you update me on some damage with them new pistols I got?
An update on the damage that they can do.
Yeah, I need to add them to my stats in my character sheet.
What type of pistols are they?
Huh.
They're basically
They are
the Desert Eagles.
50
Okay.
cals, tiger striped 50 cals.
Yeah,
dope.
but they've got a really cool paint job on them, so it's got to be
That's
at
the
least a
important-
plus
it's
3
important.
damage.
There's got to be a +3 to it.
Yep.
I mean, on accuracy and or damage.
Yep.
They also, I picked up the armor piercing and some silver bowl, one box of silvers.
Yeah.
It's the only ones I could find.
Yep. Greg would pipe in right here and say that's just like orcs in 40K, who believe that if things are painted red, they go faster, and they actually do.
And because they believe it, it happens. Welcome to will working, because you believe it happens.
Manifestation, boys. Manifestation.
That's
Tony
right.
believes in that shit.
Yep. The secret on crack.
Hey, I'll send you a picture of them there, Jeb.
Yeah, I can find you. I'm looking through the armory right now. So.
Okay, so yeah, ranged weapons chart. It says light pistol is damage 2, heavy pistol is damage 3.
Yeah, I'll say, and I'll let them know
So-
that like those like 20, 30 rounds I've got are down in in the.
I already got them.
Oh, good.
Trust me, I already found them.
Yeah, and
Never
I'll,
mind.
So yeah,
I'll grab
so
a-
whatever.
case or so of shotgun shells of the what are they called? Hellfire rounds?
Dragonfire.
Dragonfire. Okay.
You
Yeah,
ain't got
I'll
those
grab
in,
I'll grab a box of shotgun shells.
So Matt, how that would work is you would roll if you were going to shoot at somebody, you would roll your dexterity plus firearms. And knowing Tommy, he probably has some other specialties and bonuses and stuff like that. And then whatever the amount of successes you get, that would be the damage plus 3.
Okay.
And this is hold on, I'm looking at the Arms and Armory guide right now, and it says where is it? There you go. 50
Can't
caliber AE used only in Desert Eagle 50, and the damage is 4.
Okay.
And that's again, in Lord of Darkness, you can totally do whatever you want with that, but this is, just a
Go back down. 50
guy.
caliber. What? Desert Eagle
50
Yeah.
caliber AE. I'm not sure what the AE stands for, but it says used only in Desert Eagle 50, and the damage is a 4.
AE. I don't know what AE stands for either.
Yeah. Versus the 50 caliber rifle it damages a 4, but rather than being a 10 again, it's a 9 again, which means that it explodes on all 9s as well.
Oh wow,
Nice.
nice, because
And-
that's how the shotgun works too. It explodes on 9s and 10s.
And the minigun explodes on 8s, 9s,
So,
10s.
hey, Lord of Darkness, did I find any? I didn't find any incendiary, did I? Because I was looking.
No.
'Cause those
you did not
explode
come up
all
with
the time.
those. Right. Right.
They explode on 2+.
They explode on everything. Kind of like I explode on your mom.
Oh, there it is.
Wonk, 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 wonk.
Shots
It
fired.
had to go there, didn't it?
That's a fail. That's a fail. Okay, so yeah, Bartholomew has the dragon rounds,
I do.
and those are only for the shotgun, correct?
Yep, that's all I had left.
Okay.
Although I do think in my grab bags that I passed out earlier, I
Mhm.
think I had some incendiary that I handed out. but I don't know who got what.
I think I remember that you did at one time.
I
Yeah.
have on my character sheet bag of bullets from Bartholomew.
So
Yeah.
he probably has it.
Yep.
Yep. There's some incendiary rounds.
I love that he passes out ammunition in Ziploc baggies. He is like the most like perverse, twisted version of like a suburban soccer mom, except for homicidal maniacs. Like, oh wait, where are you going? Don't forget your armor-piercing rounds. I have them in this Ziploc baggie.
Yeah.
Just don't drop that.
On. Where's your backpack? Let me pack these away.
There's a lot of soccer moms where I'm at.
That's actually a thing in real life. Yeah, bullets in Ziplocs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bullets and baggies.
Bullets in bags.
I guarantee you that is absolutely a real thing. I've had many rounds in Ziplocs.
So as everybody's getting things together, because
Anytime you reload, they go in Ziplocs.
because I was paired up before on the boat, with Jeb. I kind of like follow him around a bit until he notices I'm following him around. So I just like every time he turns around, I'm basically there.
And then you quickly turn around and pretend like you weren't just following him.
No, I don't do that at all. I'm just gonna like look at him.
Embrace the
Yeah.
weird creepy.
Oh yeah. And I do my best because I see he's got value. I just personally, yeah, he's kind of weird for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't understand him, yet I will tolerate him.
Hi, Jeb.
We all have that cousin.
Hi, Jeb. 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 Do you?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to come along with you? Because I could come along with you this time as well.
Well, hell, actually, you know what, Bart? I think this might be right up your alley because I remember last time you and Father Albright, y'all had like a little heart-to-heart there.
No, I did talk to him. He's
Yeah.
fascinating. Those people that are believe in the religiosity things. He's fascinating.
Yeah, I feel like y'all formed some sort of a like a brothership there. So maybe you and this Father McGalvey can do the same thing because usually I start talking
McGalvey.
at people and
Yeah,
don't
that
go
sounds
for it.
great. I'll come along and talk to him, shall I?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just you do your thing. You turn on that good old charming British, what you call it, and yeah, I think we should be sitting pretty.
I don't know what you're talking about really, but I'll bring it with me.
And if you can, I mean, what we're trying to do really is we're trying to get some specific information out of him about how's best to take down like some of these ENEs that we're going to be dealing with.
Well, go back again. ENE is pronounced any.
ENE. It's a TLA used by TFV.
Whoa, slow down. There's a lot. You're saying words. Look, there are words you're saying that I think I might. This could be a cultural barrier.
So
I think there might be a little bit of a language barrier for it.
Jeb, I think
Sorry,
can you
so
stop
look,
fucking with him? Can we go?
Look, I'll just to catch you up to
It
speed
could be
here.
what I'm taking this evening, so I'm not sure if you're like
some of these
slurring
ENEs that we're going to be dealing with.
reality together.
Well,
Go back again. Words.
Sometimes I forget I'm in the
ENE
company
is
and so I
pronounced
ain't used to the lingo now. So in
ENE?
the military, we're fond of acronyms. It's a TLA
right.
used by TFV. Usually
Whoa,
one of 3
slow
letters.
down.
It's,
There's a lot.
TLA.
You're
Jeb,
saying
Jeb, can you spell
there are
acronym?
words you're saying that I think
it's
I might.
But he could say it.
This
Capital
could be
A period.
cultural barrier.
Yeah, down like some of these ENEs that we're
ACK.
going to be
That's act.
down like some of these ENEs may not be that able we're to going to be spell dealing it. with. But I
Well,
could probably
go
punch it out for you
back
if you
again.
want.
Step away for just a second,
Annie
guys.
is pronounced.
Nah, it's yeah.
Annie?
Sorry there, Barty.
Because
It's
A&E was like arts and entertainment channel for a while.
no. It's E.
Then
E.
it became
Echo.
like then it
Echo
became
November Echo.
reality.
So it stands
like
for
reality.
extra normal entity. So that's anything that ain't human. Yeah, it's the bad
Which
guys.
is mostly
We
the
just
shit
call
we
them
run
E&E.
into.
Yeah, whether it's
normal.
so whether it's a bloodsucker or a werewolf or a ghost or a fucking demon, it's a ENE.
ENA.
Or a
E-N-E.
wear anything.
Yeah.
And then there was an A thing you said, an A.
Oh, the TLAs, 3-letter
Oh,
acronym.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it's an acronym for an acronym. And
Yeah, that's not to be confused with the TNAs.
nor the TFV.
Oh, no, I know what those are. And, yeah, just go talk to Bunny and Sunshine about that. I know what those are.
Oh yeah. I like boobies and snoopers. Wait, what the hell are the names again?
Booby and Shoeshine.
Booby and Shoeshine.
Bunny and Sunshine.
Bunny and Sunshine. I'll get that right. I will.
No, you
I
better,
swear.
like, in front of them, you better get it right. Like they're a little sensitive.
Oh, are they?
But so you want me along? That's great. Look, I'm gonna go grab some shit.
As long as you get in that other vehicle, we're bringing 2 vehicles, right?
Yeah. We're gonna have Floyd. Floyd's gonna be taking the 4Runner, and then we'll have Dustin on the limo. So.
Okay. Look, I'll just.
And you really want me to ride with Dustin over there? Protect him, ride shotgun?
No, I didn't.
Hell
say that
yeah!
you
I
had
mean,
to
we got to have somebody who's handy with a fucking sidearm.
But Jed,
I would
thank
suggest
Thank
that you
Jed.
let's keep you military folks in one vehicle and keep. the
Yeah,
rest
I
of
was
us
thinking
in
about that.
another.
I mean,
Yeah.
you put
I'm
me
just
in there,
gonna go
I'm liable to shoot somebody.
I
I'm
didn't
gonna-
Then we
say
got
that he
two-
needs to ride with the vehicle. I said he needs to protect the driver.
I'm just gonna.
Well,
go-
isn't it easier if I'm sitting next to him?
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
And I think if Akono and I are inside the limo with Dustin, we should be able to deal with any threat, at least until you guys get there and
Is
help.
there anything?
All right, I'm fine with that.
Is there anything you want Bunny and Sunshine to like do some research on? Because they're really good at that shit. Because they're good. They're good.
Yeah. Yeah, ask them how the Titanic really sunk.
No.
And have them fill Floyd in on just how dead Kennedy actually is, because I watched his brain explode in video. I'm pretty sure he did not survive.
That's what they wanted you to see.
Look, look. Hey, Floyd. Look, I don't think that's wise. But like, they're great. They could give you a nice back rub if you'd like, Floyd. There are no pressure points and shit. Right.
I don't want those weirdos touching me.
Oh, Christ.
Whoever drugs they
It's okay.
got
mate.
secondhand smoke off of it.
You know I've got you, right? Do me not, Jeb. I'll come with you. Aces.
Gentlemen, we should be
Let's
going.
go. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys got a plan.
I'm good.
You guys got a plan. You are in the process of getting it started. Far from executing it, but
When's the what time of day is it? And when's the meeting scheduled with Maxwell?
it is around 5-ish. It's in the 5 area. Sun.
Couple hours.
Yep,
Hey,
got a couple hours
Bartholomew,
before the sun
I
goes
want
down.
Benny and whatever her name is to find us a ripsaw.
A ripsaw.
Yeah, it's basically an attack tank that goes about 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, look. That's,
Yeah, what he said. We need one of them.
That's not really their look about. That's kind of not what I deal in. That would take me a little bit more time than we're looking.
Well, we got
Gentlemen, let me assure you, the limo is probably far more capable than this ripsaw.
Yeah. And if you need, actually need one, and you've got the cash and shit, I can give it to you in not a week and a half.
You
Easy.
seen
All right,
the
let's get going.
the new Batman movie? Try to get one of those cool ass cars that Batman drives around.
Okay.
Batman's not real, right, Floyd?
Right.
You live at the Oscar Mayer Wiener Mansion.
we hunt vampires and werewolves, but Batman is
we
too
hunt
much
vampires
for
and werewolves, and you want to tell me Gotham City ain't real? What the fuck do you think we are? Chicago is Gotham City,
Atlantis is real, but Gotham, no.
Yeah.
and I'm basically Batman. So let's get the fuck on the
Bartholomew.
road.
Yeah.
Would you have them look up anything you can as to the known intersecting and otherwise ley lines running through Chicago proper?
Oh shit! They've got some basic sketches on that already. I don't think that they can be more specific than just the basic shit that they've been working on. But
Try to see if there's any housing that's available for rent or purchase.
All right, we're gonna get in that car and go.
ladies,
Floyd, can you drive us the fuck out of here?
Yeah. Hey, but before I go, I'm gonna say, you know what? Actually, hey, if you can have Bunny and Sunshine, see if they can look up and find anything about some sort of a mythological creature called a Krampus.
Compass.
Oh, and the word for bonin. For bonin. Look up for bonin.
That'd be called fucking. By Okono, that's fucking.
All right.
Boning is fucking.
All right. Okono, somebody
You don't need to lick that up.
Okono, somebody just threw Krampus at me, and I'm not sure if they were serious. So what you said, are you serious? I'm a little.
No, I'm dead serious about the Krampus. That's
All
something
right.
that
So Krampus, look into Krampus, and what was the other one?
For bonin and Opstar.
For bonin.
Oh, Jesus. Type it out. Send it in a message on the comms. Let's go.
Yeah, do
Let's
that.
do this.
Look, just send me an email, and then I'll just forward it to the ladies.
Right. Floyd, send him an email on those words, would you?
Send the Bridiots whatever people an email.
Yeah. I don't have an email.
All right. I bring up one of my junk accounts that gets nothing but spam and send that one to them.
All right. So, look, is that all you needed from them? Ladies, I'm so sorry. Look, I'll text you some shit. All right.
Let's go.
I'm
I go
sorry.
walking out the door.
Christ, you pissed them off. All right. Yeah, I'm coming with you. Look, I'll in the limo, am I?
Yeah, you're in the limo.
All right.
Yeah, freaks and weirdos with me.
I go get in the front seat of that 4Runner.
Cool.
I'll get in the back seat. And so we are
Okay,
heading
hold on
to...
1 second. I was busy messaging with
right. As
with Maxwell.
Whispers are probably zipping back and forth like crazy at this point.
There were some whispers going on, and yeah, I was whispering with both Max and Maxwell.
Nice.
So I know what they're doing. So you guys are in your vehicles. So you guys have. Oh shit. Floyd's Jeep. Right?
4Runner.
Yep.
Floyd's
It's actually-
4Runner.
It's actually a Jeep.
Is it a Jeep? Like a Grand Cherokee or like a Wrangler?
Cherokee. Yeah, Grand Cherokee. At least I think it is.
Cherokees.
With like a 4-inch lift on it.
And then
This one is heavily modified.
okay.
It practically doesn't resemble its original.
Oh, I thought you were doing something else. Anyway, So, and then the other vehicle that you guys are taking, I'm assuming it is Caleb's limo.
Yep.
With his buddy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cast avoidance tactics on him. Just so that he's got a little extra protection.
Okay.
Did somebody roll Dustin up a character?
Limo
It's
driver.
actually Justin.
Justin, yeah.
Oh, I had Dustin written down on my character sheet.
So out of touch with the working class.
All right.
He's like,
so
he's just your driver. You don't know his name.
Wow, that's kind of
hard.
So you got an
should-
exceptional success, so now you remembered his name.
He should be somewhat protected. He's got an extra 5 dice or extra 5 protection to anything
Armor.
except aggravated damage.
All right. I know you guys have probably said it like 8 times already, and anybody who's watching is probably bored of hearing it. But I apologize for not hearing it. Can you guys give me one more time what the vehicle setup is?
Basically, all of the military and paramilitary operatives are in Floyd's mode of transportation.
So it's me, Floyd, and Jeb.
The mages and other are in the limousine with
Justin.
Oh,
Not
Finn.
Not
Finn
Dustin.
is actually with
hold
you too.
on, hold on. I think I'm.
Finn should be with us. Bartholomew.
I think I'm another.
Yeah.
I'm another.
Caleb.
I think
Okono.
I'm another. I think.
Everybody's just loaded to bear with arms and ammunition.
I'll just.
Of course.
It looks like a bad '80s movie is about to happen.
Yeah.
Or a really good 80s. Or a really good
Yeah.
80s.
Just strapped to the back of that Jeep Cherokee, and Jeb sitting in there with a
Just,
bags.
just wait until you get to the part in the story where you guys get to do like a remake of the firefight in Heat. Except there's going to be except there's going to be miniguns with Dragon rounds.
and we're gonna do far better than they did.
Yes.
Possibly the best gunfight I think I've ever seen.
That
in
was
videos.
phenomenal.
Possibly.
scene.
Yeah.
So,
Possibly.
and so like realistic. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other
a
realistic
few thousand
gunfight,
rounds with only a few people actually getting shot.
Yeah.
the other gunfight that I really like is from Open Range. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
western.
That's like one of the
Yeah.
best gunfights I've ever seen.
That was
Yeah.
that was
seen that.
one of the best
It's all like-
westerns. Oh, dude, it's
So how about
so
we
good.
super
how about we
realistic.
actually
There's-
get in the cars and go visit this? Tommy don't give a fuck about any
All
of
right,
that.
party
but-
pooper.
Yes, way to
Oops.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. So you guys are in the vehicles. Which vehicle is that point?
The Range Rover, I imagine.
No, I think the limo is in front.
Or the limo's
Yeah,
gonna be a point.
I think it would make more sense for the limo to be in front, and that way you guys are behind us in case anything happens. You're ready to not get caught out in front of us where you can't turn around quickly.
So the limo's in front.
You know that Jeep can turn around, right? On a dime. But cool.
I'd
All
rather
right.
have you pointing in the right direction already.
All right. So
Whatever.
where you guys off to?
The priest.
We're
All
we're
right.
going to visit Miyagi.
To actually, let me run and grab something right quick.
God damn it.
Where are you guys at in Chicago?
Yeah, where's
With the Oscar Mayer Wiener
We're
House.
starting
Yeah.
out Evanston.
Do you want cross streets? Is that what you're looking for?
I want just general neighborhood.
We just need to know the location of the Oscar Mayer Mansion.
Yeah.
I know.
No, I'm trying.
It's like Evanston, Chicago.
Okay, Evanston.
Yeah.
All right, I am just trying to gauge general distance.
I'm just looking it up right now for you. Oh God, what a beautiful mansion I live in. I'm so hot. All right.
Mads Regan. Do we info on a guy named Mads Regan.
I don't know why it strikes me after you, Joe.
Isn't that
He's
that
He's a professor specializing in debunking the supernatural. And I think I have something on. He is that's the group is at okay. So that's all I have. He's a professor specializing in debunking the supernatural, but I don't have any follow-up info on him. That's it.
Yeah, I've got no notes or anything on him.
Okay, so Our Lady of Sorrow Basilica is at 3121 West Jackson Street. And Justin already knew this.
Yeah, I think I have that somewhere.
Hey there, Jeb. I got me a new scope. Look at that there.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, that is nice.
I'm just sighting it in while we're in the car.
Is that for the AR or is that for your?
Nice. No, the AR.
Click add extension to continue.
Oh, Christ on a cracker. All right.
All right, what are we doing? We there? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yep.
I have to pee. Can we stop? I have to pee.
Yeah.
Kono is going to look at Caleb Bartholomew and say, "Would you like me to use any of my mystical protection on either of you?"
I'm trying to download the Mage book right now, but Jack, maybe you remember offhand. Can you have multiple different versions of Mage Sight on you at the same time?
Yeah.
You can?
It depends on how much your pattern can hold, and it's based on your gnosis. But yes, you can have more than one spell affecting your pattern at one time.
Oh, that's right.
And each of the different arcanum uses different types of protection. It gives you actually a different type of protection.
Right. Okay. No, thank you, my friend. Oops. Yep. I am gonna cast. I'm gonna cast avoidance tactics on myself, and then I'll also cast Omnivision on myself.
Okay.
Now, if you want to just throw something at me that helps me, that if you can do that, that's awesome. That's great.
Very well. I just need to remember how to do it. One moment.
So it takes you guys, with it being like around 5 o'clock traffic, because there was still traffic back then. Is pretty nasty. I mean, it's not as bad as it is going out of the city.
Not as good as it is today, you mean?
No. I mean, today is pretty sweet, traffic-wise. So you guys end up getting to Our Lady of Sorrows Basilica, which is kind of bringing up a little bit of inner trauma because you guys are extremely close to Garfield Park.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys enter in. There isn't any specific mass going on right now, but the basilica is open. There are some people just kind of like walking around. There's not a lot of people, like you can count it's probably between like 5 and 10.
Where is
in and out
again, Marcus?
It is 3121 West Jackson Street.
Thank you.
I'm only gonna be bringing in my 50s. I'm not bringing in my long rifle.
Okay, what are you dressed like? I mean, are you like, you got an IBA going on, or you got like, are you Neo like walking into the skyscraper?
I need guns.
I'm probably more like Neo.
Okay, so you got the pleather trench coat.
Well, but he's got a real one. It just
Real
looks
real
like
pleather?
Yeah, like a real leather.
Sweet. All right.
Basically, actually, I don't even have a leather one. I have a black duster.
Black duster? Okay.
Yeah.
Marcus, what was this address again? I'm sorry again. 3121
West Jackson.
West Jackson.
And I am wearing my my Ink Studio shirt, but it's the black one, not the red one.
I like it. I like it. What are assuming Akono is dressed in a garb?
He's dressed
He's just
exactly
like
as
Jack.
you see me now.
Yep. Okay.
He
That's-
normally dresses in blue jeans and you know, a white T-shirt and moccasins. However, just today he came back to the Oscar Mayer mansion wearing clothes out of Masca's closet. He decided, you know what? People in this town need to start taking him a little more seriously.
Gonna look the part.
Nope.
I'm wearing leather pants. Okay, but it's ripped off at the shoulder, so it's just like it's like a more of a denim vest.
Okay.
You're wearing white leather pants. Is that what you said?
No, black leather pants. Black leather pants. The white
I was
shirt.
like, Jesus Christ, such a Brit.
And then no, and then like motorcycle boots, and then
Can you even ride a motorcycle?
no, I've got and then I've got
Just no.
I've got it's like a black top. It's like a black top hat, really. So that's what I'm wearing currently.
Okay.
I'm basically dressed as I am now, but wearing a duster.
Gotcha. Caleb.
So I'm wearing a casual suit with a Kevlar vest that I had specifically designed for a sport coat. So it looks like a sport coat, but it's actually Kevlar. And the one that I've got on today is dark gray.
Okay. Floyd, what brand jeans are you wearing, and what kind of T-shirt?
He's wearing Lucky Sevens.
He's not wearing jeans. He's wearing
Cargo pants.
I was just gonna say cargo shorts.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not wearing cargo shorts.
Actually, they can they're pants that have the
Zip
zipper
off at the
thigh.
knees.
Yeah.
Not the thigh, the knees.
Yep.
Knees.
I'm actually.
Because I
wearing
actually
those right
have
now.
some of those.
I'm wearing them right now, bro. Seriously.
Inspiration. Go to the
that's-
GM.
Yeah.
Zipped away. I think the
Otherwise
zipper
known
broke,
as
so they're just
fishing
shorts.
pants.
If you don't have inspiration next time we play in the Shadowfell, you have it now.
Thank you, sir. I have Floyd points. This is
Sweet.
all right. Yeah. So Floyd, your garb. Briefly.
He looks like a homeless car mechanic.
Grease stains and all.
Okay.
He's got like old school military fatigues on. I mean, just pants, like workman boots, like steel-toed workman boots, and then well, it's October, right? So it's kind of chilly.
Yeah. A little chilly. It's probably
So he's
like
probably
mid 40s.
yeah. So he's got like a black hoodie on, and then like a little
So he's the Unabomber.
olive drab green.
So he absolutely looks like the Unabomber.
Oh, the
Has he not
Unabomber
shaved?
wishes
Aviators
he
in
was
there
as
for
cool
good
as
measure.
Floyd.
That's creepy.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Yeah, this is also right at the time when all sorts of kids were getting shot for wearing hoodies.
But
Floyd's like, it's cool though. I'm white, so.
But yeah, I was just gonna say so I'm
We're in
not white,
Chicago.
and obviously
Kono's
Kono
not
is not
white.
white, but I think everybody
Actually, he
else
looks
here
pretty
is.
white. I mean, he
Right.
He used to dress very native, and he speaks natively. He's got an accent like a native from the Southwest, and he, kind of wore his hair that way. But when you see him now, that dude looks white. Like,
especially
he looks
now, especially now that he's dressed up in some
Right.
of Mosca's best gear.
He's still wearing the moccasins, but like you don't really pay attention to footwear. Nobody really looks at the shoes, man, unless
That's
they're
right.
flashy.
Everybody looks at the shoes. What?
Yeah, it's
are you
actually
talking
it's
about?
actually the
Unless they're
second
flashy.
That's
the
first
second
thing you
thing a
look at.
person subconsciously notices after the eyes.
I don't know what
Really?
you're talking about. We
Yeah.
always look at the shoes every time.
Christ. Unless somebody's like, hey, check out my shoes. I never look at their shoes.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I'm
That's
gonna say-
because you're a tattoo artist.
So
Yeah, I know.
strong. Just so that you're aware, when you got married back however long ago that was,
Yes.
I was actually at Gopher State at that time and didn't bring any new shoes. Like I was just wearing my sneakers or whatever, and had to show up at your wedding with those trashy shoes that I was wearing.
Yep.
And your wife immediately was like, gave me this dirty look. Like she looked down at my feet and was like, "You showed up here in those? Really?"
As you guys arrived in all of the garb that you just described.
Nice. Yep.
By the way, I was okay. So, Akono cast some magic on himself, and Mark, basically the things he's doing for the scene.
Yep.
He's doing the huge. And then one of the things he does is cast transmission, the ability to intercept and receive radio communications.
Okay.
And
So you're
that's how
tapped
he's-
into the airwaves.
Yeah, and that's how we can always tap into the Hunter comms. That's why it always appears like somebody gave him a Hunter comm a long time ago, and he'll just chime in every now and then.
Okay.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, and to this day, Jeb just thinks that he gave him one because he talks to me over it. So I'm like, I don't remember him giving him one, but I must have because he's talking to me all the time. So
so,
'cause again, Jeb doesn't believe in magic. So
so for anybody who's in the limousine, Akono will reach into his pocket and pull out the cell phone that Floyd gave him a long time ago, and he. West side, in the west side, out the east side, and into a lane-locked charter school, which is temporarily closed.
Jack, we just lost feed to Twitch.
we did. It says be right back now.
I think
Oh,
it
no,
buffers
okay.
every
It
now
does
and then,
that,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
and every now and then it'll have to do that. I think they'll still hear it. We're just kind of on a.
I don't think that charter school is closed in our
Right.
game.
Very well.
No,
my
it's
bad.
closed in 2020, not in 2018.
Right, I know. I
Oh,
was reading- I just have the thing. up.
Yeah.
So it's still
I
current.
have wow. Okay, so I have a different map going on Twitch. Roll20.
Yeah, this is the one that I looked up. I just typed it in and then did a satellite
Oh.
view. And,
Oh yeah, because
I was like,
your
DM,
view,
DM. I'm
yeah.
not seeing the map.
yeah, your view on
Right.
Twitch is going to be whatever Jack has on his screen.
Gotcha.
Something to let our viewers know. This campaign started out in Chicago. None of us are actually from Chicago or super familiar with it, but we do use actual satellite footage.
Since it's modern day, yeah.
Yep,
we use
since
I'm
it's
Google
only
Maps.
modern
familiar
day.
with Michigan Street.
Yeah.
Michigan, right
Since
along the
that
river.
time, like some of us have actually visited Chicago and visited spots where our game was played, and it was extremely fun and entertaining. It's cathartic in a sense.
At least one person here has actually been to Sheboygan, haven't they?
Not
Been to
me.
Chicago. I never
Oh,
been to
oh, I
Sheboygan.
thought you did go there.
No,
Coops.
not Sheboygan.
Oh, you didn't. Okay.
But yeah, so Akono sets up this pretty solid, semi-intricate plan on how to park and approach.
Yeah, you can move through that through the Elaine Locke Charter School into the USA Providence out the side, and then we can move into the Our Lady of Sorrows without really being able to be seen from anyone outside of those buildings. It's just something I've noticed while I was looking. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I'll leave that to the
All
guys
right.
who are more tactical.
Well, so barring anybody else giving any other ideas or thoughts, I'll say, Akono, could you please relay that to Justin?
Was he not listening? Justin,
Uh,
are you paying attention?
Yeah,
Well,
yep,
he's-
I hear you. I hear you, bud.
Okay. I wasn't sure if he's like separated because it's a limo and the front might be separated from the back. I wasn't sure how that works. So,
No, that's good.
all right.
That building. Okay, so where you guys are gonna park? I see kind of where you're at.
It's just
Familiar
over.
with the buildings. Yep, over by Sonny's Chicken Pit.
Yeah, that's where we can park right there, and then we can go into the Tree of Life Church of Christ, move out that little side door there, and then into the Elaine Locke Charter School. Move through that into the USA Providence building, and then on into
The USA Province building, you might have some trouble with.
Okay, well, we'll deal with whatever. I mean, this is just the idea, until we start.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I like it.
I'm just relaying this to the guys, the hunters, in the next vehicle over the comms as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, hey guys, I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm just looking at my phone right now, and that's what I see. Won't be like we're just approaching the building, anyways.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No, we did have a run in here before. There was that like midnight blue. I think it was a Dodge Charger or something like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That ended up. So that was Garrett. Because we cornered his bitch ass and found that out. But yeah, so we've been here before, definitely.
Hey, I'm just saying, if we're going in here, we need. There's only one entrance here. Where's the second entrance or the exit?
Here's the fun part. Last time I was here, I was playing a Kono.
Oh, that's right. And you were using your awesome fucking Native American voice. Oh.
They don't know
just like to say.
about. They don't have a Native American voice.
What you are saying would be very
That would be
disrespectful
incorrect.
to the people. Yes, no, it was
Not
awesome.
my people, the people.
What do you mean, you people?
There it is.
No, if
So-
Tommy, if you wanna go in first, I'll come in right behind you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, on our parking deal, we should be able to back in, and we want 2 exits. So if there's not 2 exits here, we're not pulling in here.
Justin
Just tactically
says
speaking.
Justin says to you, Akono, he's like, "Hey man, I just gotta let you know that I ain't gonna be able to park this thing anywhere, so I'm just gonna have to drop you guys off and do circles."
Why can't you park it in this big lot right here?
Well, I mean, it depends if there's like I'm not finding any spots.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't see no in and out of there. That big lot right
It's a
there.
corner lot.
There's
I
only
guess-
one entrance,
I guess
bro.
that does kind
Look,
of look like that does kind of look like a fence or something. But
yeah, you can only get in. You don't want one entrance. You don't want to park anywhere. You only got one. Tactically speaking, unless we're gonna plow this Jeep right through the fence.
Then Justin, in
Yeah.
the meantime, please circle around this block. Just continually circle around this block.
Well,
That's
I've
not
got
conspicuous at
got
all.
you on the radio. I'm thinking I'm kind of with Tommy, even though we're not on the same comms together. But yeah, no, I mean, I'll be nearby. I'll be nearby. I'll be able to, if you guys need any kind of exfil or anything like that, I'll be there in under a minute.
Perfect.
Look, I'm just saying that we shouldn't park our vehicle in there either, Floyd. You get me?
What?
I think we could use. We got to have Floyd on the inside. He was critical last time they had.
Yeah,
some
but we don't want to
surveillance
park our vehicle in a lot that only has one exit.
I mean, he's got an
is
all-terrain
this the-
vehicle, man. We can just go zipping right over the fucking grass. And no problem at all.
That's a. I don't know if that's a brick wall or a fence.
Is this the Tree of Life on Kedzie and Jackson? Or am I?
He wants to park at the charter school, though. We don't
That's-
want to park at
That's
the
the
tree
one.
like that.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had the right.
Yeah. Park it and walk. Yeah.
Feedback.
For your vehicle, Floyd, you can park, and if we need to get out of here quickly, then the limo should be good enough to get all of us away.
You could go pull up and park at that charter school in the front where the kids get dropped off and shit. But
Well,
I don't
hell,
know
you
how they'll
guys.
feel about-
There's a parking garage right across the street from Sonny's Chicken Pit. And you just park there.
I think we're worried.
He can park his vehicle wherever and doesn't need to get away quickly. That's why we have Justin. We only need
All
one
right.
vehicle to escape.
That looks like a bus garage.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell.
The CTA. Probably
Yeah,
that's
that's
the Chicago Transit Authority Kedzie Garage.
Yeah, that's-
No problem.
Justin's
All right.
like, Justin
get-
looks at them buses and he's like, I could drive one of them. I could drive the shit out of one of them.
Sure, get some armor seating in there, no problem.
I'd be down to ride shotgun on that ride.
All right,
What's
so you guys are
going on our
parked.
list? Make a note, Bart.
Justin pulls up. He's like, all right, this is as good a place as any. You guys take off. I will be on the radio.
Thanks, Justin. We'll be in touch.
On a radio.
All right.
Alright, so
You guys,
Tommy's going
Floyd,
in
you guys
point.
see them get dropped off,
Mm-hmm.
and they walk up to basically Sonny's Chicken Pit.
I check out the menu on Sonny's Chicken Pit.
You got to park first, bud.
I'm just gonna. If he stops, I'm just gonna grab him. Hey, no, another time, buddy. Another time.
You got some good barbecue in there.
Hey, we'll get some to go.
Need
If
my
everything goes good here, man, I'll get you next time because I still haven't been paid for that strip club job that I did. But next time, I mean, you cover this time. I got you for this, and then the next one too. So.
All right, so Floyd will, I'll kind of, so they park at the chicken pit and
Okay.
start walking towards the church, right? I will circle around the block and then kind of park not near where the limo is.
While Floyd is doing his little paranoid, I'm gonna drive around in circles for the next half hour thing. I'm gonna use my phone and call Justin and tell him that I'd like him to place an order for one of everything inside that restaurant, and just have it ready to go when we get done.
You sure? Like I said, it's gonna be hard to park here. It's
Mic on.
Chicago, even though we're like creeping up on the west.
Park wherever you are able, and you can walk there, I'm sure, and carry it out. Then just have it ready inside the limo once we're done here.
You're the boss.
How many fucking hands does Justin have? Jesus. One of everything? Just logistically speaking.
if he has to pay somebody to help carry it out, so be it.
He'll get it.
He's an NPC. Come on, he doesn't know any better. He's a driver. He's like, yeah, I go pick up.
He's an essential NPC. Thank you.
Yes.
He's
He
not
is-
a
he is-
simple enough. He's not essential enough to have a character sheet rolled up yet. So
Yeah, just not quite that essential, but pretty damn essential.
he's getting close. The more times he drives
working,
like he did.
he's working his way up there. I'm pretty sure Kubo is actually probably given him more experience points than he has me.
Well, considering I only got 3 experience points.
But I think he's actually done more than you have.
Yeah, he's
so.
definitely way more effective.
We know more about Justin than we do about Caleb.
Out of everybody here, sunk a multi-ton tanker. That's a giant load of shit.
You sunk my battleship? Is that what you're saying?
The driver did drive us out of a ditch with a limo. I mean,
that was
that's
more
really
than a ditch,
comes
too.
down to.
Even Floyd was impressed by that.
It's impressive. By the way, what time of day is it?
You're creeping on 6 now.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
That's like what evening mass for Catholicism.
Yeah. What day a week did you say it was?
It's Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not in the middle of Sunday night mass.
No.
But
no, I actually
Catholics do mass like every day and every night. I think.
Well, there's like
I
a
don't know.
12 o'clock mass. I looked up the hours here, and they have like general open hours.
And that's pre-Corona hours, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We're 4 years from Corona. Yeah.
Well, Corona-wise, they're still closed, so don't worry about it.
Yep.
Chicago's shut down, guys. Don't you know?
So you guys get out. You guys prepare to
if you
approach.
said that in 2018, they would have said, "We don't allow Corona in here."
Right.
Basically, is what they would have said.
Unless you got a lime.
That's right. Jeb would have been like, "Give me a fucking Budweiser."
I want the red, white, and blue of PBR.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
All right, guys.
All right. So if Floyd
in.
has done Cirque Paranoid thing, can we all act as place?
Yes.
So you guys are all grouped together. How exactly are you guys gonna go through?
Tommy's in point.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Tommy's in front.
Yeah. Jeb is falling right behind.
Jeb, what was it that you're wearing briefly?
So I have I've got black cargo pants. I've got a camouflage military jacket. Sorry, I was just looking that up in case you wanted to ask. I have a.
I know you have a tendency to walk around with like 115 pounds of gear.
Military backpack with tactical harness on underneath the jacket, steel-toed black boots.
You have all sorts of pockets locked into your Molly gear.
Dude,
So
yeah,
are
I'm
the
looking like if
are the
somebody,
two mages the only people dressed to go to church right now?
Yes. Well, it depends. If it's a church in Texas, then I am absolutely dressed to go there. I don't know if you've been seeing the news, but how the Texans like to come out. Yeah. Bar openings, barber shops, churches. Hey, that's how we roll.
All right, so Jeff, basically you're saying that you are not inconspicuous.
No, I'm about as conspicuous as like my sidearm and my submachine gun are both hidden underneath my military jacket.
Yep.
But I have my goddamn military, my camouflage fucking pack because I can't afford a fucking new one. But yeah, So if anybody were to take more than a cursory glance, they'd be like, yeah, this guy.
If anybody takes
and
a
I'm just
cursory
I walk
glance-
everywhere with my perpetual resting bitch face fucking scowl and
and
resting bastard face.
That doesn't even mention the way Flynn looks.
right. yeah and then Finn
All right.
Go.
So how is it that you guys are going to enter? I know that we've had a couple of different options kicked out there. going through the front door, going through
door,
the
yeah.
side passage?
Yeah, I'm gonna say front door. And Jeb grew up Catholic, so he'll go and do the holy water,
Okay.
spectacles, testicles, wallet watch, do all that kind of stuff.
So Jeb grew up Catholic.
Yes. I did not, so I am kind of relying upon secondhand information, and the one time I actually went through.
Yeah.
I actually recommend it for anybody who wants to see like the whole pomp and pageantry of Catholicism. It's very
It's
impressive.
It is cool.
Yeah.
I went to a
Presbyterian.
Catholic funeral. That was
I've been
miserable.
there.
Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Ever.
Upton,
All right.
Upton.
Oh, I think I should be standing right now. Everyone's kneeling. Shit.
So everyone stand, everyone kneel.
Everyone's-
Everyone
So
stand,
you
everyone
guys-
kneel.
You guys walk
So-
into the Catholic Church.
I basically look
it's a
like
basilica.
the Punisher. Yeah, the basilica.
So you have two Punisher-looking dudes.
I mean, I literally look like the Punisher. I mean, look at me.
Somewhat.
I mean, honestly.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the
you
Netflix
in real life
version.
look like the Punisher.
I look like the Punisher.
Right.
But have you seen him though? He's
John
dude.
Bernthal's fucking doppelganger.
Matt weighs 90 pounds and is 4'10" though.
That's why you're on video.
Since the last time I saw you.
Those
ever do-
He's up to
Yeah.
105 now.
enhancements are working.
Yeah,
Those
but the
enhancements that you
Punisher
bought on
goes
TV.
It's because my arms muscles. It makes me look like I got arms. I saw him wearing it last week, and I was like, "Fuck, I need to get me one of those."
Like I think it's the shirt. It's got to be the shirt, right?
It's got to be the shirt,
It's the cut of the
and it's
shirt.
working. It's working. So
All
yeah, I essentially look like the Punisher, just wearing the tattoo, the ink shirt, and
So yeah, like
And-
I said,
and-
you guys go in. You guys walk through the front door.
I'm
there's not a lot of
gonna
people in
socially
there.
distance myself from the rest of these guys, just so that I don't get too associated with them to
That's
anybody
not-
that might be watching us.
That's not a thing now at this
Yeah, there's
time.
no
You're
socially
just looking weird, kind of creepy.
but basically, when I do walk in, I stop at the
6
holy
feet.
water,
6 feet.
3 fingers in,
Yep.
and then
I
Instead
take
of
a
going down
take a
the-
look at the bowl that he dips his fingers in, and I sort of walk over to it and I sniff and like lean over like maybe I'm gonna drink out of it.
As you do,
sacrilegious
You
motherfucker.
do the Muslim thing where you like, yeah.
no, Caleb, no. Caleb, unwise. No. I'm sure there's a water fountain. We can find it.
Because as you enter, the holy water's on the right, and then you cut right, and then there is either one of the saints where you place candles.
Yep.
To the right.
Yep.
And so I cut to the right, light a
Okay.
candle, and then kneel in a pew, say a quick
Oh yeah,
prayer.
I go and I throw a quarter in the slot and light a candle for Mama.
and
There you
then,
go.
Kono walks
and
in
I,
very
and I look for,
unceremoniously
'cause,
irrespective.
I mean, that's what you do in a Catholic church if you don't
Mhm.
know. So
Mhm.
Kono
um,
walks in very unceremoniously, trying to understand why.
a lot of
Under the
stuff
right
in a basilica.
circumstances, Jeb could have
I
definitely
feel like I've
been.
been here before. Played
So,
by-
so basically, Jeb and Tommy are the only ones who don't look like we belong there.
We're,
Yeah.
we're looking like the rest of you fucking heathens.
Not dressed,
We
not
walk
dressed
in,
for
they
church
think
at all.
they're fine. Everybody else who's dressed up is like,
Yeah,
who are
like,
you?
really?
the guys wearing guns and cargo pants openly are the only people who know how to act in a church.
The guys,
Right?
yeah, exactly. No, the guys who are dressed up like
This is
murder.
America.
America.
We are both the collective white stripe in the diversity rainbow that is.
Hey, let's just clarify. I did the exact same thing in Vienna just in December, so it doesn't matter where you are. Every church is built the same.
No,
Yeah.
They are literally the same.
Caleb, that's true, except from smelling things and drinking things.
Yeah, I am absolutely like walking up to I am walking up to every candle I see and kind of sniffing at it, like kind of like, what the hell
Like a
is going
dog?
on here?
You burn your nose on the very first one that you sniff.
All right, well then I don't do that on the next 15 or 20.
That's good.
Smart man, that
Oh,
Floyd.
that's great.
Really
That's
smart
great.
man.
That's a frog brother.
That's
Oh yeah.
When I see him
there's
do
some
that,
way to
I'm
give
like, ooh,
inspiration
that's
in
a
this
good
game,
idea.
That's a really good idea. Yeah.
I wish I had a canteen.
All of a sudden, they start filling up fucking water bottles with holy water.
Hey, should we go get Father Albright to just bless a 5-gallon drum for us?
I have a funny story about holy water. I'll tell you after the game.
What kind of super soakers were in fashion in like 2018?
They had super soakers. They had super- So yeah, I look for the priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do see a priest. He is not doing anything real specific. Is kind of like in the back of the church area. He is a somewhat tall, athletic but somewhat slender built black man who is very
That's him.
sharp looking.
That's our guy, Mugabe.
I'm gonna
I'm
gonna walk straight up to him and say, "Excuse me, my friend. We are looking for Miyagi."
That's an Asian guy, if you don't remember.
I'm
So
sorry,
Jeb
sir.
and I walk up.
There's
right
only so many
behind him.
movies I had where I grew up.
We
But
grab him and
Karate
pull
Kid
him
was
back.
one of them. I guarantee you Karate Kid was one of them.
But only Karate Kid 2.
He looks at you with a face of confusion, and he says, I'm sorry, my son. I think maybe you need some help that I don't feel qualified to give you."
Please,
I'm gonna
please
walk up.
tell me that one of you motherfuckers was there to correct my
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
mispronunciation.
both grab him
I'll
by
walk
the
up, I put my arm
shoulders and
around.
pull him back.
I'll put my arm around him and just say, "Hey, sorry, Padre. Are you? You must be Father Mugabe."
He's looking you up and down like doesn't know what to make of this.
No. Hey, we're friends of Father Albright.
Okay.
And Father Mueller. Like
Yeah.
We okay. Yeah. We
you
know
have
both of them.
Do you have someplace we could talk?
Private.
Yeah, you're meaning in private, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well,
He's like, I'm not sure I want to go anywhere private with you guys.
that's kind of the air that you're getting off of him.
But
He kind of looks at each and every one of you guys, and says, "So,
We need to talk privately.
it's kind of the utmost importance, Father.
all right."
Floyd's wandering around the church, checking out. Like he's just kind of looking around, trying to see.
He's looking for cameras.
grabbing holy water from anywhere he could find it.
Goes,
I just fill up one canteen with it.
goes, follow me.
So,
And he goes off to the side, and there's a large door. He opens up that door, which leads to a staircase that leads down.
well, Tommy's point behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be Jeb on my 6, and then Akono, right? Or would Akono be right behind me with Jeb following him?
Okay.
Akono usually is behind Jeb.
Okay,
I will
Tommy,
very deliberately be last in line, and
Oh, Floyd's going to be
I've-
wandering around up top, so I don't even know if he's coming in.
Okay, well, yeah, Floyd notwithstanding, because God only knows what he's doing.
Who knows what
But
Floyd's
I do still have Omnivision cast, so I can see it in 360 degrees.
So
Floyd's looking under the altar trying to find them crackers to put in the coffins when he finds the
wine.
What does does Akono's supernal vision lend him any kind of insight as to if this place has any true power?
There's definitely an energy of power. It's an energy that you're not real familiar with, and you don't really know how to gauge it.
Son. It's called Jesus.
Yeah, we're service.
Yeah, shit.
To come here and lay the wisdom on us.
But it's a type of power. The type of power that you sensed on Father Albright. You know, like you knew that there was something that was with him, that was somewhat protecting him. And
where's Ezekiel when we need him?
Right. So, Lord of Darkness and Caleb. I am watching Caleb, especially since he looked like he was going to take a big sip, like Bob for apples in the holy water. So I've been watching him, and so I've been trying to stay on his, on like his tail, just to make sure he's not doing anything crazy. So I will be trailing after Caleb.
So when I see you get behind me, yes. I'm gonna step off to the side and just kind of indicate with my arm, please, my friend. I would like to not be. I would like to be able to see behind us.
Oh, right. Look, can you do me a favor though? You're in a church, so like licking and sniffing things is generally off the menu, right? So
that's not what the priest said.
Oh, that was so wrong.
I couldn't help it. It was right there. I had to swing.
Yeah, it was on a T-ball. I mean, somebody lobbed that up there for you.
All right.
By the way, the crazy, weird. Can you do me a favor though? That was not you're in a church, so like licking and sniffing things is generally off the menu. Let him know that. Right, so great, but
that's not what the priest said.
Oh, that was so wrong.
I couldn't help it. It was right there.
I will take my lead from you. What you do, I will do.
Oh,
but
shit.
Please.
No, I mean, that's okay, great.
He pulls out the cocaine.
You're in a church, so like that licking and sniffing things is generally off it looks
menu.
like Bartholomew has absolutely no idea.
That's not what the priest said.
Notice a lot of this.
You know, perhaps I will just take my cues from the others.
No, it's okay. You just, that's the first time I think I've ever heard that, but it's okay. Do what I do.
All right, you guys get led. So there is. So you guys get into the basement, and there is the walls are white. It's very bright down there. There are some pictures that are hanging on the wall. Not pictures, but like paintings. And there's like some kind of tapestry. And this is obviously kind of like a.
Sanctum.
It has kind of like a museum feel to it, kind of like there's some powerful old historic art here, and you guys kind of walk, the hallway is kind of curved, and then he leads you to another door, and he opens it up, and there is kind of like a conference room where there's like a table. There's also some pretty nice paintings and such.
Any windows?
On the wall? No windows.
So I'll go around the table to the far left.
Are we
corner.
underground at this point?
Yeah, you're in a basement.
We're in the basement.
So we're
So
subterranean. Okay.
Go around the table to the far left corner, looking back at the door, and wait for the father to take a seat and sit down after he does.
Okay.
Face the
Anybody
door,
else doing any
back
weird
in the
shit?
corner. Weird shit? That ain't weird, bro.
Anybody else doing anything that's gonna
You know that ain't
totally
weird.
blow you away? Yeah.
This is totally normal for me. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. I've had PTSD too, so.
Tommy has PTSD.
I'll totally just watch everybody else, and then as I observe them, I'll do what they do.
How many chairs are in the room?
By the way, have you guys seen what this place looks like? Have you done like a Google image search?
Nope.
This place is intense.
It's intense.
It's huge.
It's beautiful.
It's huge. It's
beautiful and
super-
intense.
It is super.
I think I've actually been in this church. Just to say.
Okay.
Really?
So
Yeah.
even as far as Catholic churches go, this is a pretty badass place.
It's not a church. It's a basilica.
It's a basilica.
I'm everything that I'm doing right now. I'm basing off of my experience with touring and walking around the Minneapolis Basilica.
Okay.
Which is super similar to the Chicago Basilica.
Most
super
basilicas
similar to
are
the-
super
the
similar.
very-
Okay.
I mean, this
I
place-
know nothing about the Catholic religion.
Basilicas
I
are
was-
huge, and they're in the shape of a cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Some have basements.
Yeah, well, the Minneapolis one does. I've been to it.
The Vienna one does not. The Rome one does.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. You're talking about
The Basilica in Rome has a basement,
Okay.
Yeah.
but it's also monstrous. So
Yeah. Jesus.
well,
You
yeah,
can
actually,
literally
Jesus.
park a 747 in there.
literal
Yeah.
Jesus. So
All right. So you guys, Father Albright kind of looks at you guys, kind of like he has a face on that basically
This is
expresses.
this is Albright that we're with. I thought it was Miyagi.
Nah, it's neither
Mugabe.
of them. But he looks at you guys kind of like, power and control is important to you guys, and I'm just gonna let you guys do it, cause shit. After you guys get all settled in your room in the basement
in the
of
Basilica.
he sits down with his back to the door.
He's the priest. It's his home. What do you expect?
Yeah.
He's perfectly comfortable. Some of us are not so much comfortable.
He looks at you guys and he's like,
So what's up?
so, what can I help you guys with?
I'm gonna say, you know what? So Father Mugabe, let me cut right to the chase. We're a group that goes out and I think we have a similar mission. We're trying to get rid of these sort of
Undead. Sir.
apparitions,
Undead, Father.
undead, things that go against God and the natural order of things.
Plus those cursed were.
Yeah. What we're trying to do now is, we got some dealings with some bloodsuckers, and we're wondering if you and the church might be able to aid us in any particular way.
How does he react as Jeb is saying all this? Like how does like facial expressions, body language, so on? How does
brows are furrowed. are basically assessing, not necessarily buying and not necessarily dismissing. So
Okay.
if I were to describe his physical reaction to hearing all of this, that's what it would be.
Basically, he is not surprised.
But he could be looking at us like we're crazy too.
Well, maybe.
There could be that.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking, we know for a fact that Father Albright, who's a pastor or
Father,
father in this same church, is known to be
he's
someone
knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable,
he knows,
and also
he knows.
looked at to be a threat by the whole vampire community. They want him wiped out.
So Father, are you working with Father Albright on any of these things, or is this news to you?
Yeah, we want to help. Help us help you.
Matter of fact,
Did you really just say that?
Yeah.
We did not want, Father. We don't need to Jerry Maguire you. But
I appreciate that because though Cuba is one of my favorite actors, I don't really relate much to him.
That isn't really where we're going with this.
Like
What we're
pandering.
really saying is, are you currently?
He looks at the white guys and he's like, mm-hmm. I know what you're doing.
You people.
Don't try to snow dogs me, goddammit.
That was too fucking good.
So
He goes, well,
are you
I'll tell you this much. Let me shoot straight with you guys, all right? Father Albright's told me about some of the stuff that you guys are talking about. You guys seem very, very convinced, and for the most part, you.
some of them are not very sound at all. I really don't talk to the Brit.
I just lost all respect for this guy.
Well, realistically, he was looking at you, Caleb, when he said that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with him. Caleb doesn't talk much, but when he does, it's really confusing.
He goes, and you guys have said some interesting things. Can you just tell me a little bit more? Like, tell me about some of the things that you've done with Father Albright. I just want to get like a base on what we're talking about here.
All right, so
right as anybody like starts to open their mouth, like as the moment they even open their mouth, I'm gonna put my hands on them and give them a cautioning look, like no, like a be careful
Basically,
what you say kind of look.
Father, I'm not here to implicate Father Albright in any kind of activities that the church might deem
yeah, we're not rats.
bad. I'm not here to,
I'm not looking for any rat. I'm not looking for any evidence or anything like that. I'm looking for validation.
I mean,
I mean, you guys are saying some things. You guys are making some.
So, Father, are you familiar with Garfield Park?
I am. It's not that far away.
More specifically,
how long have you
familiar
been
with the
in
events
this
that
church?
occurred there? Yeah.
How long have you been a father at this church?
I've been here for it's been about a month and a half.
All right.
And so
how long ago was it that we?
That was about a month and a half ago.
No, it was about a month ago.
A month ago. So right when you got into Chicago, there was some happenings over at Garfield Park. Do you recall?
I know what you're speaking of.
So we were pretty heavily involved with that.
Okay.
Does that help clear up any question of what we're doing?
Yeah. No, that that legitimizes you guys a little more than than you
seven
guys just
strangers
walking in
wandering
here and
into your
saying,
church.
saying, "Hey, yeah, we
Yeah,
we got some sharp-looking guys. We got some
questionable
looks
characters.
at Bartholomew,
Yeah.
and we got
He's
some
wearing
guys,
black leather
Oh,
pants.
wait, oh shit! Let me take
Yeah,
off.
no,
sorry.
and we got some guys who
Let me
look like
take
they're
off my
prepared to kill
hat.
some people.
I'll take off my
No.
hat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of all of that, Father.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, Padre. We might look like sort of a ragtag bunch, but I can guarantee you we're on the good side.
You guys showed up here at the Basilica in a very, very commanding presence, taking me away from what I was doing, demanding an audience, and coming down here and saying that there are monsters. Kind of strong. Kind of
I'm gonna-
strong.
I'm
Gotta
gonna
say it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
look at the people who know how to talk to people and just be like, all right, somebody needs to speak up.
I'm gonna
You don't
have-
want Jeb to start talking.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
Don't
Tommy's
want
about
this guy to start fucking
Tommy's
trying
about
to
maxed out on his.
It's
this
too
is
bad
about as
Caleb
far as-
doesn't have that filter.
Lord,
This is
I'm gonna have
it's about as
half,
far as Tommy can get with his conversations. I mean, he's
I'm
got
gonna-
as far as he
I'm
can
gonna
go.
half raise out of my chair, like not in a threatening way, but more like raising out of my chair in a bow and say, I am sorry, my friend. I don't share your religion and I am unaware of your customs. But as I wish to show you the utmost respect, and I ask that you please help us in this matter, for I assure you that we are doing God's work.
I appreciate that, and I just want to let you know that I also respect all of the religions. I know that we all need to have our different roads to get to God, and when it comes to the evils of the world, we're all on the same team. So, yeah, though you may be going about a different way, you're still my brother.
I'll give a very deliberate blink and bow a little bit more deeply, just in a show of deference and
Super
respect.
creepy way. Cool. A deliberate blink.
Well,
What the fuck is that?
Blade's gonna
blink,
see if he can play the-
blink, not wink, blink.
A deliberate blink.
All right. He says. So yeah, I hear what you guys are saying. I've heard some stuff. I gotta be real with you. I did that much about it. After I showed up here, I don't know if you guys had heard. I got kind of put in the public eye as like the new upcoming priest who's going to be kind of revitalizing this basilica. But the things that Father Albright had included me in, so it's probably no big secret to you guys that the Catholic Church has a history of exorcism. And I've been pretty active in that.
Much respect there, Padre.
I've seen the movie.
What was the name of the little girl that
Alice.
Alice. Okay. Are you familiar with Alice?
Alice who?
I'm
girl
gonna
saved over
look at the
Garfield.
rest of the guys. Like I don't know her last name.
The girl we saved over at Garfield Park, Father.
Yeah, you're talking about Alice Jones.
Yes, she's the
Yeah.
one. I'd help her.
Actually, now that you bring her up, Father Albright was just on his way over there to visit with her parents.
That doesn't sound good.
Her parents called up and said that they were kind of concerned, so he was going to do a little bit of an investigation on her, and I was going to wrap some stuff up here. And that's what you guys caught me in the middle of.
I am sorry for interrupting you.
Hey, you guys seemed like you had something important going on, so I don't want to be one to get in the way of that. And
There is the life of a child at stake, and that takes precedence over anything we might have going.
got a good sense on you guys, and I gotta say I'm a pretty decent judge of character. I ain't been wrong much.
Well, Father, I've been wrong a lot.
Well, there's always hope.
Hey,
But anyways,
hey, Father, I don't mean to interrupt and all.
well,
But
you can.
But you just did.
I know. I mean,
You didn't mean to. You slipped and
interrupted.
interrupted.
I mean, but I hate
He's
to.
just about to tell us, Jeb.
We're going to we're trying to find out some information on a particular Clark. Now I don't know if you have any interest in this particular endeavor, but we'd much oblige if you did.
It's not ringing any bells for me.
Possible that Father Albright may know of this character.
It's definitely possible. He's been here a lot longer than I have.
You think we might be able to roll with you down over to visit Father Albright?
I was gonna actually offer that, but the seven of you guys all rolling into
Might be a bit much.
might be a little bit heavy-handed.
Maybe
we know
we-
Father Albright. Shit, we go way
Yeah,
back.
but it ain't that. It's the parents. We're going to the parents.
Yeah. Fred and June don't know you as
They
far
might freak
as as far as she knows. You're just a bunch of white dudes with guns.
Ah, hell, we ain't harmful at all.
And I don't have a lot of guns.
Maybe we
White
could.
people with guns never killed no one.
Maybe
Not in Chicago.
maybe
Well,
we could
touche.
hang out outside of the house.
That would not be good
and
either. Whereabouts do they live? Are they close to the church? Are they downtown a little further?
They're more over on more west side.
Yeah, 7 white dudes standing out in front of their house is not going to go over well.
I totally give you this look like I don't get it.
Fucking
Yeah,
like
that's
you
okay.
call me a white dude?
I am completely unaware of
social norms. Or,
yeah. No, I
Tommy's
have no
not very-
idea.
Tommy's way out of his league here because he's doing way more talking than he normally would. But he recognizes that Okono and Caleb have absolutely no understanding of the Catholic Church.
Yeah. This is
and
totally
or socio-economical differences, and so he's like, "What the,
Yeah, I mean, I've only been in this country for a couple of years, and I've been in Chicago for even less. So, like, I have no idea what you're talking about because the majority of the time in Chicago, I've
We've
been
hunting
living
vampires."
no, I've been living in high rises. The mansion that Bart has been, kindly letting us crash at and use and whatever. Like, it doesn't really compare to the apartment that I have at
I
the top
understand.
floor.
I have a friend on the 56th. So look, let's How do you want to go about this, Father? What do you think is best? And I don't know if it's necessarily good for us to split our party up, but that's up to some of these others that think more strategically than I do. I'm much more tactical.
I think it's interesting that you refer to yourself as a party. But
once again,
we all got to get our kicks on. It might be, I I think it might be all right. Like, what kind of transportation you guys got?
Well, Caleb here has a limo, and we've got a
No shit, you got a limo.
basically
Fancy.
we basically have a redneck assault vehicle. So
Would you like to?
both of them are going to stand out like a sore thumb down on the west side.
Would
Sure.
you like a ride over there? my
Nah,
He's
good.
going to show up in a limo.
So
I'm
holy
good.
shit!
Just completely like no idea how like out of place that would be.
So this whole time I was always wondering what the Toyota RAV4 stood for. Is that Toyota Redneck Assault Vehicle?
But he's not driving a RAV4.
I'm just saying, like, holy shit! I think we might have stumbled onto something.
It does now.
And we've
Does
got
now.
it's like a little
You
mini
got a limo.
redneck, man. Basically,
Redneck Assault
we basically have a
4. There we go.
Inspiration, Jed. Inspiration.
Would you like to?
Both of them are going to stand
That was
out like a sore
awesome.
thumb. down
Inspiration. Plus one willpower.
Like a ride
Willpower back. Nah.
Will do.
He's
Wait,
good.
so holy
Good.
shit!
Just come.
RAV4.
We've got a
Floyd,
Oh,
yeah.
shit, you
yeah,
got a
that's
limo.
pretty much how it rolled.
basically
Fancy.
we basically have a redneck
Um,
assault vehicle.
Hey, yeah.
So what do you
So
think,
don't-
Father? Both of them are
Because
going
I
to
think
stand
that
out like
I
a
think
sore
that if you
thumb
guys
down
wanted to
in
show
the
up,
west
that'd
side.
be all right. I
Would
think
you like a ride over there?
whoever
No, he's
has
wait.
the most.
So holy
good
shit!
Just completely like
relationship
no
with
idea how
Father
it
Albright, maybe
like
taking
out
like one or two of
And
you
we-
up to see him, maybe meeting the Joneses.
Who would that be? Would that be Jeb and Tommy, or would that be Akono and?
Oh no.
Akono bonded pretty strongly with Alice.
Actually, what happened?
I saved her, so probably.
What happened was Father Albright was he was doing like an assessment kind of thing.
Mosca was the one.
An interview. He was kind of interviewing this kid who was in a psych ward. And he was in a psych ward for having killed his parents. But there was absolutely no evidence that he was anywhere near his parents or had access to his parents. So there was this supernatural kind of suspicion that Father Albright was checking out. And then I believe it was Akono and Jeb went into the psych ward.
It was, well, I guess
demanded a conference with him when he gave just the slightest bit of resistance, like, hey, I'm busy doing this shit. Jeb tased him.
Yeah.
And I think I don't remember for sure, but I think it was Mosca that was really kind of in the middle of that, or at least I know that he did some serious mind magic on this girl. So he probably more than anybody has a bit of a bond with her.
Mosca did some stuff with her, like helping her out, like soothing her. But then what ended up happening was, I think what Mosca ended up doing was he used his mind magic to basically walk through the guards and convince them that everything was cool and on the level.
Yeah, that was
And
once we
then-
got back to the hospital or whatever it was.
And then Floyd went like super hardcore fast hacker skills to get all
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
video.
Yeah, but
And that was when he
unfortunately
got
Floyd
janked.
he just wasn't up to the task. He's not that good.
Well,
Floyd did it. I mean, he got it done.
Yeah.
Does Albright know that Jeb tased him, or does he not know who tased him?
Oh yeah. And then you guys dragged him down into the sewers.
Yeah, because that's when we brought him to go ahead and meet Vampire Max.
Yeah.
So who?
The good old
So when we
days.
saved Alice, how did
Yeah.
we deliver Alice to Albright?
very troubly.
Alice was the very beginning of the Garfield Park incident. So you guys were traveling down on the north side of the pond of Garfield Park, and you saw this young girl who was sitting, and there was a lot of weird kind of energy that the guys who could see magic stuff, like kind of surrounding her, and then. Gosh, it's been a while. I don't remember all of the details, but I believe like she started speaking,
And then a whole lot of bad shit happened.
So I would think.
And then there was actually a combat that took place in the south end of the
and
park.
I actually saved both Jeb and you.
Yeah.
I saved both your lives. Just
so
want that
I'm
on the
thinking-
record.
So noted. So I'm not sure if Albright was I involved in dragging Albright to the sewer. I'm sure I was if Jeb was dragging him.
I think you might. I think you might have been. I think you might have been healing up because you got really fucked up at Garfield Park.
You spent a good 2 weeks not on your feet.
Yeah.
So it might be best if I went because Alice will know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeb should probably not go since he will remember the guy who tased him.
That was how they had met. Afterwards, did
they work that out?
They
Jeb,
did. They did kind of work that out.
Jeb, did you work it out with Albright?
I believe so. I mean, from what I remember, it was basically. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I kind of really tolerate Bart is that like. So I tased Father Albright and and fucking zip tied him and we threw him in the back fucking trunk of the goddamn car.
Yeah, we straight up kidnapped him.
Yeah.
We straight up kidnapped him.
Honestly,
He
what
had
I'm
no
thinking
reason.
is I'm thinking me, Floyd, and Jeb should go out to see Alice and Albright.
Yeah, so
maybe,
but yeah, like
Kono would insist on going.
And I'm thinking maybe taking a Kono. Jeb drives. The four of us head off in the rain in the Forerunner.
I would say about the only thing that seemed to save that was Bart. Bart like sat there and he had this some long fucking talk with Albright, and Albright seemed to be he wasn't okay with it, but it seemed like he was at least
maybe we bring the five of us
fucking aggressive about it. So
Kono,
right now there's only
there's
only six of us.
Do you have are you trained in the mind? No. Okay. That's unfortunate.
Jeb, are you trained in the mind? Because I'm trained in the mind.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, man. They drilled that mine. They had that whole video about lacing up your boots the right way.
I'm sorry, my friends, but neither of you are trained in the mind. Not in any way, shape, or form.
Here's the thing. I really liked Father Albright. He was.
Then let's all fucking go. Fuck it. I think we need Bartholomew because Father Albright obviously is going to use him as our buffer, and we'll get to Alice, but then Caleb can mind fuck him or whatever Caleb wants to do. Lloyd can get ready to take us out of here.
That sounds disturbing.
My friends, might I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Jeb, Bart, and Floyd, perhaps you should go. I will stay nearby with the limo, maybe a block away.
All right. I mean, personally, I don't think it can hurt if you come with there, Caleb. I mean, besides being Arab, you haven't done much to piss me off yet, so.
There it is.
I say it with a straight face.
This ain't 20. This ain't 1993.
No, and I when
Jeb's
you
an
say
asshole,
that
again,
like when you say that, I just give the biggest grin possible, like just a ridiculously big grin, because I spent the majority of my life getting attacked by white assholes coming over into my country and killing my people.
Yeah.
And so yeah, when you say that, I'm like I'm totally like, yeah, thank
So
you.
the priest says, he was like, you know what, just
get
based off what I see here with you guys, you know, I think
maybe none of you should come.
Just like, you know what? Get the fuck out.
Maybe you all ought to plan on meeting tomorrow.
I totally misjudged when I said I'm a good judge character.
Take that back.
Yeah, but we still need
He's
to
like,
talk
maybe-
to Albright.
maybe, I mean, not all of you, you know, but, you know, like 3 or 4 of you. Yeah,
Well, send-
I think that
send
might be
Jab,
all right.
Send Jab and Bart and Akono and Floyd, and me and Caleb will stay back, hang out.
I'd love to go. Yeah, I'm there with you.
I can go. I can
We
go
will
and,
be
and-
nearby.
yeah,
All right.
I promise.
something. I'm gonna go over to chicken. I'm gonna go to Popeyes. Give me some chicken sandwich.
Oh, speaking of which, my friend, we should have food ready for everybody.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting
Miyagi,
it, but
Miyagi, are you hungry?
Miyagi.
I don't think it's pronounced. I don't think it's pronounced that way.
I appreciate it. I am not hungry.
That's the wax on, wax off one, right? I don't think it's Miyagi. I'm just saying.
I apologize,
So,
my friend.
I'm picking up
I'm sorry.
a sense of urgency from you guys.
Yeah, because everything we do is urgent.
What you're picking up
Somebody
is
said, just to be clear, somebody in the Twitch feed's like, look, 4 hours of role playing, not a single dice roll. I mean,
you gotta
That
take
was
dice
me.
out of the tag of this stream.
this is why I'm the tank in you know, everybody dies, because I'm like, let's go.
Roll die.
We have fun.
You get to kill
Yeah.
some
I
shit.
called critical miss though, like our critical fail. Like we don't want to.
Oh my god! I've just realized, like, we are totally like as a gaming group, we are becoming like a Tolkien novel. He spends 3.5 chapters describing the fucking minutia of, you know, the Shire and what plants grow there seasonally.
Let's just be clear. We spent 30 minutes figuring out where to park the fucking vehicle.
Yes,
30
And
minutes.
if we get into a battle, it'll be over like this, and it'll be like, and then Floyd died, and Caleb died, and but the rest came through, and they'll be like, wait, what the fuck happened?
You know, we spent an entire gaming session just picking out bullets.
We spent three.
That's
entire
why
sessions.
that's why none of us can actually remember the important parts of the story, because those flash by. But meanwhile, we
But we
spend
do
an hour
know
and a
that
half.
the bullets were in Ziploc baggies.
know that the bullets were in Ziploc bags. I have
Well,
it.
I mean, do you
Details.
realize how much time we
Absolutely.
spent? How much time we spent on that stupid boat, and we completely failed to accomplish any of our primary objectives, and instead,
Nah,
Thank
bullshit.
you.
I say
Ended up sticking the boat.
It sounded like before you froze up, you were saying, I did my objectives, I sank the
think that mother.
boat,
So I at
which,
least
which wasn't your objective. That was somebody else's objective. You were just
Yeah.
the puppet that did it.
yeah,
Bingo.
It was-
I wasn't gonna say
And-
that, but since you said it for me,
And
And scene.
I rose my hand when you asked who sank a ship. I was like, well, I did.
So
It's like I was
think,
like, you guys are claiming something that you might not want to be claiming.
right.
There's a few things
Um,
from that ship that Akono regrets, but thinking it isn't really one of them.
Right? Right?
hopefully it wasn't the part where I hid the dead body that you killed either.
Why you gotta bring up old shit like that, dude?
I really think that our team kind of peaked when we were scalping hobos in the sewer, and it's been downhill since then.
That was the very first encounter you guys ever had.
That's the first episode.
Yeah, that was the pilot.
And then everything else is after that. Great.
That's
That
what
was the
everybody said.
pilot.
All right, sign me up. I'm in for the long haul.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I think basically, Matt, you and I screwed this whole campaign up because the rest of these guys, they were there for that. You and I, we
No.
weren't.
But ever since then, we've just been role playing the entire time.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's what we do. We talk our way through it.
Actually,
Dice.
for the record, Matt, there were some dice that were rolled. You just didn't see them because they were done with whispers.
So Akono made some spells.
Well, I did, but I didn't even roll for those because honestly, like the spells that I'm rolling, like I'm gonna succeed at them, and I mean, if I don't, I'll just.
Or
roll
were they
again.
the Lord of Darkness rolling to see whether or not the Father trusts us or not? He's like,
Nope.
persuasion, pass. Persuasion.
Nope, did not roll anything for that.
No,
He just does not
no,
trust you. That's an
No,
automatic fail.
I was just gonna say, because bottom line is that if he had to roll for that, he'd be like, nope,
Mhm.
sorry, nope.
All right, so let's go see Father Albright.
Yeah,
Well, you all, while I
where's
go
the
get some
house?
chicken
Let's-
fingers.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, so whoever
Skip it.
whoever
Just say we
whoever
got
you
there.
guys decide, I'm gonna take Justin, myself, the limo, and whoever's not going into the house.
That would be
And
me.
We're just gonna kind of circle around the block and stay nearby.
No, let's just clarify. We're not going to circle the block. No. What we'll do is we'll park
Well,
about.
I would strongly suggest, as you as a player, I would strongly suggest that you mention just how bad of an idea that is.
Yeah.
But that is my idea. That's where I'm going with it.
Right, but Tommy knows that a limo circling downtown on the west end of Chicago is not going to go well. So,
Yeah, because that's a horrible idea.
yeah,
But
tactically speaking,
that's what I'm thinking.
that
'cause
is an
that's
absolutely
what I
terrible
do.
idea. We are not going to be circling around in the limo. Y'all head over there. It's probably even best if we just stay here at the church and wait for you to come back. Father, is that all right if we, stay down here, or would you rather us wait upstairs in the pews?
How far are we right now from wherever this house is?
I was gonna take off. It's actually not that far. It's not that far. It's in West Garfield Park.
Garfield Park.
This means
Well,
nothing
it's like-
to me.
That means
It's
we
like-
can go park in the park.
I don't want to go back
Well,
to that.
Perfect.
I guess it's not
My limo was
real
there just
close
a
to
few
the
weeks
park.
ago.
Actually,
limo
you know
was-
what? Better than that, let's go over to Giordano's East and we'll go get some pizza
Giordano's.
while they go to see Father Albright.
Well, actually,
Caleb, you've never had Giordano's. We'll take you there. We'll get you a no pepperonis or sausage. We'll get you a vegetarian. You'll be fine.
Pineapple
Okay.
and mushroom.
okay.
Pineapple don't belong on pizza, but they, we'll be fine.
I will trust your recommendation, but just so everybody is aware, there is food waiting back in the limo if anybody's hungry before going.
Thanks, Caleb, but that's not considered food compared to Giordano's.
What? Sorry, out of game, real quick. What was the name of the place?
Giordano's.
No. Right next door, the chicken place
fucking-
or whatever.
Fucking chicken place.
Sonny's.
Sonny's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, no, Sonny's. I ordered because Floyd said he wanted some. So there is plenty of food for everybody.
Okono's
Oh,
gonna
shit,
start
we got
eating the
Sonny's
food
chicken
once we
pit?
get to the limo. He's just gonna eat it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We're gonna
Man,
go
we
to.
should tell Father Magaje, my John way about that, man. We got some.
He said
Actually, there's a
he declined. He said he was not hungry.
there's
Yeah,
another
I'm
place
good.
over there in Chicago we could eat too that has the It's a pizza pie upside down. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's pretty phenomenal.
Oh, hell
there's-
yeah.
You guys ever
There's
had
a-
the
yeah.
Jewtown
I mean,
Polish?
Meat.
There's
meat.
a place close by called Fatso's Last Stand.
Hell yeah.
All
That's
battles now have to occur at Fatso's Last
Wow, that's the new neutral territory where there's no combat between
There's a
mages,
permanent
werewolves,
ceasefire.
vampires,
that's-
and humans.
That's a
That's
cease
right.
and desist. Yeah.
Okay, so out of character, if you go to Chicago, you need to go to Grindr, which is not like Grindr the app. It's like Grindr the pizza place.
That's good because I hear their food is shit.
Unless you like hot dogs rammed down your throat. I don't know.
Grindr pizza, it's a pizza pie upside down. It's mind-boggling. So Chicago downtown.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's fucking phenomenal. So that's where we're going. Either
Yeah.
Giordano
So
or-
yeah, I mean, bottom line is, so whoever heads off in the non-limo, they can head over to to these people's houses, and everybody else, we're gonna go get some food in style.
Sounds
I
good.
thought you said you already had it. Is it in the vehicle?
Oh,
or not?
I do. It's
Okay.
it's already there in the limo, but
Yeah, I don't want another stop.
yeah, Tommy is telling me that I've got to try this whatever the fuck kind of pizza. So
Grindr's
Giordano's.
upside down pizza.
There's
And
either
it-
that or Giordano's.
So I'm just gonna take his recommendation and be like, yeah, this crap American food, you know.
Just click
like,
on the link in the Twitch
none
chat.
of you guys even understand the very idea of spices. So go fuck yourself. But I'll try it because
Wow, so strong.
What's with all the hostility?
Yeah, yeah.
It's all right.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to reduce your humanity by 1.
Crackling
But
pot.
I will say that like most of the drugs I've done have basically burnt off my taste buds.
Why are we looking at your Punisher?
Wow. I'm confused.
I thought you were showing us the pizza place.
so
I don't know, what did it pull up?
Coops, I'd just like to say, for somebody who spent at least a year plus in the Middle East, you're pretty goddamn racist.
It's just the character he's playing.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy right there. That's where it's going. Sorry, my
He's not.
my
The Lord of
bad.
Darkness is.
Wrong link.
Right, right.
There you go.
Oh gosh.
Just look at the link. That place is mind-boggling.
Yeah. All right, we'll have to
As
If
soon
you
as
go-
I
some stuff there.
That's
soon
where you
as
go
I-
to Chicago.
as soon as I get in, I'll take a look at that.
Yeah.
Lloyd votes for Fatso's Last Stand.
Of course he does,
It
That's great.
sounds like our crew.
because that's what he eats when he's sitting in front of his computer.
Pizza pot.
Lloyd's looking for the Cheeto bag. He needs cheese puffs.
Oh, look at
All right,
that. Oh my God, what was that?
all right, good people.
Are we gonna actually get somewhere?
No, we're gonna have to wrap this up because it is already kind of late.
12:30?
Yeah, yeah.
We
Fuck.
have so much fun
Are you
going
kidding
nowhere. I love it.
And
We never go anywhere.
We
Just-
don't know
just to put a cherry on top of this, no experience.
we
So
we made it exactly from one house to one church. That's all we did tonight.
For those of us who have been following for for the last few times, you'll know that in the campaign Everyone Dies, you'll see exactly why it's gone on for 7 years.
That's real.
right.
That's
7 years,
real.
but 7 years of fucking fabulous fun.
Yeah.
I will say. Here's the funny thing. If you want to see like focus play, let's look at World of Darkness, and of course, Everyone Dies. If you want to see, I don't know, mass insanity, please join us for Waterdeep. And,
jeez.
Fistful of Dragons,
because we can't even successfully enter an ambush in that campaign.
Yeah.
Basically, that entire campaign's like a monkey fucking a football. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
It's just
We're the definition of the group that could fuck up a free lunch. Yes.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. Who could fuck up a free lunch? This group
These
could.
guys.
That's me.
Yeah.
But in that campaign,
These
it's
guys.
not necessarily by mistake.
Oh, dude,
No, true.
pizza pot pie.
Oh,
Seriously?
and by the way,
I gotta make one of those.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, you guys think I'm joking when I say that this shit is the bomb. I mean, you go to Chicago, that's what you eat. But in addition to Giordano's, just because it's classic. But Giordano's is a chain now. You can get that in Vegas. But you can only get one pizza pot pie.
One of the
Oh,
guys who I
man.
used to I know this one guy who's from Chicago, worked with him, and he would always talk about Giordano's. Like always.
Dude, that looks fucking delicious.
Dude, a Giordano's pizza, you can get it shipped, frozen,
Really?
No kidding.
overnight. Yeah.
Wow. kind of like White Castle in California.
I'm gonna have somebody Uber that from Chicago.
I don't think you want to do that.
But there's a place out here in Southern California, Tony's Little Italy makes pizza like Giordano's pizza, but I've never seen anything like that grinder pizza pot pie. So I'm just saying. I mean, I ain't judging. I'm just saying.
Dude, that
I'm
looks ridiculously good.
Yeah.
That's why I told Caleb that's where we're going.
Dude, I'm gonna give you a few $1,000s just for tipping me off to that place.
Right. Oh, and also, hey, Jack. So in case you don't have inspiration going into the next game, you definitely get it for dressing in style. As
Oh, seriously?
Oh man, I mean, look at that! Look at that! Motherfucker is decked out. Look at, I mean,
Oh
come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
With the pipe and everything. I mean, he is a Kono.
He
Yeah.
is method role playing.
This is
you
well,
play a
Akono, yeah,
Kono.
because Akono decided he's always been kind of a whatever dude, right? He lived in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. He literally lived off the land there on his own, and so he's kind of lived rugged. But he's in Chicago. We've been here for a while, and he's kind of starting to come into his own a little bit and understand what he's capable of, and he understands what's going on in this kind of larger supernatural world, and he's starting to realize that he demands a little bit of respect. People kind of need to know him, and they kind of need to see him and go, wow, this is somebody we need to at least pay attention to. And he thinks that the new clothes are going to help with that, and he knows that Mosca had the closet full of them that he wouldn't mind if I borrowed. So there you have it.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, he comes to Chicago. He goes from being all granola in Colorado, comes to Chicago, instant Wolf of Wall Street.
He is basically, well, no, I'm thinking, Jason Momoa, but very much smaller.
He's
like a small,
like the Super Bowl commercial of Jason
it's
Momoa.
like the Super Bowl commercial of Jason Momoa. That's a Kono dressing up.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
All right, so on
what are we
Monday
playing?
we're gonna be back to Shadowfell for we had the big reveal last time that we were in the Temple of the Raven Queen. All hell was breaking loose. Nobody knew what was going on. People were getting damaged left and right. And then the big boom happened, and you saw that it was none other than Kal-El, your longtime nemesis from 6 years ago, who is now full on Lich and also has in his possession the Hand of Vecna. And he has come back with a vengeance to
And he's laughing at us.
exact some. Yes, he is literally and metaphorically laughing at you. So it is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight on next Monday's installment of.
Wait, am I still hanging from him?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I believe
yeah.
you're the only reason why anybody knows exactly where he is. You're just like suspended in midair, hanging, like headbutting.
Trying to chew his foot off.
Yeah.
You may have the Hand of Vecna, but I'm gonna have the foot of Kal-El.
I've been reading a lot of lit RPG books, so on dwarves, and so I'm gonna come in character on Monday, more so than I already am. So
here's what I love about you, Matt, is that like we've got this setup from our dungeon master who has given us this broad, like, this is what to expect. And then our dwarf says, am I still hanging from him?
am I still hanging off of him? Yeah, that's about
right.
what I think about it. He's got all this. Yeah, you're
Like a long forgotten Christmas ornament. You are still hanging on. Just headbutting away.
I can't wait till we actually defeat this guy or I'll die, so I can tell Chris's character that I fucked up his whole thing with the mercenaries too.
I know. I'm still waiting, bro. I'm still waiting for you to tell me.
We haven't had a chance. I mean, we went straight from from chewing on another guy to going into the church. There was been no chance to say, hey, about those mercenaries. Nobody even knows that there's an entire dungeon underneath their thing yet. I'm gonna be like, remember when I went over? Yeah, about that.
Yeah, so about that thing. Yeah.
How about that? I'll be like, I forgot to mention.
I honestly, I cannot wait for that conversation to take place. Like, that's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. So on the next episode, the conversation regarding the dungeon underneath. that will be an entire episode.
It may take us 4 hours. You know. That's why.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, next Monday night, the rest of you guys just take the night off.
Remember last week when Monday when Chris fell asleep in the middle of our gaming?
he was getting rest in preparation for this upcoming Monday.
There it is.
Yeah, dude, because I needed that rest for this conversation that we're about to have.
Preparation begins now, gentlemen. Begins right now.
That's right.
I won't be sleeping until Monday.
All right, guys.
Hey,
Thanks.
real quick before you log off, I just wrote a note to Koobs, but just so the rest of you guys are aware of this, because hopefully one of us will be able to remember this for whenever we next play this game.
He's buying new clothes. Ha! Spoiled it.
I'm buying clothes for everybody, and Jeb
gets a backpack.
You're getting a new backpack.
I suck.
Please tell me it's got like Hello Kitty on it or something. I totally want you to give him a fucking Hello Kitty backpack.
I want him. No. He needs a backpack that he can talk to and be like, backpack.
It actually says G.I. Joe on it because that's how he connects
how he
you.
rolls?
That's
right.
Does it have the star?
That's my view of you.
It's got the G.I. Joe with the
G.I. Joe.
stripes.
That's right.
And on the bottom it says knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, but it's spelled N-O -I-N-G.
Yes.
No ing. It's just no ing is half the battle.
That's right.
So, and also,
All right.
like,
All right, guys.
you'd have
That's
to
right,
talk to-
failures. Thank you for
You're
joining.
the
Tell your
top
friends.
of my- I've
Thanks,
actually hit the
Scoobs.
silence.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
What's
you
that,
bet.
Alan? I couldn't hear you.
Marcus, much love.
Hey,
Awesome.
Yes,
Thank
thanks
you
so much
Appreciate
for
you,
running
Al.
the games this evening, Lord of Darkness.
I felt
Yes.
like I was more kind of trolling, but like slowly pushing.
I honestly
Alright,
think
guys.
that out of
So,
all the
he says-
games
I
we
think-
play, Yeah.
I think we were actually trolling you as the GM.
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah, yeah.
I
was-
I just got done fishing, so I was thinking like trolling motor.
I was thinking, I was like, okay, like I know there's a lot of whispers going on in my campaign, but as many as I do in this campaign, I'm like, fuck, if anybody's doing like 1/10 the amount that I do in this campaign, there just has to be an absolute just fucking tornado of whispers going all around.
There's quite a bit of whispers.
I don't whisper because I still don't know how to use the whisper function. So
No, that's
I
all
just
right.
yell
too.
everything.
they just say what
What is
Tommy's
going
gonna
on?
say. Tommy's like,
Yeah.
Everyone
I can't
is
whisper it, so I'm just gonna tell everybody.
No, that's why I was saying like on the Twitch chat, you know, like every now and then I would get in there and I would try to like speed read all sorts of stuff, get caught up, come back here, answer whispers and
Yeah.
going.
Yeah,
and
it's
it
too
looks
bad.
fun. It looks fun and engaging.
Oh yeah.
It's too bad that
No,
that your
yeah.
feed can't be the one that's fed through the.
Oh shit!
Oh
You know,
yeah.
when I was playing Star Wars once,
Oh, it could, by the
I
way. It very
I'm
well
gonna
I
could.
say it's for the
did.
best.
I did a little bit, but then what ended up happening was I had like maps and all sorts of like information that I was
Yeah,
keeping
you know I would
away
go
from
in and
people.
metagame the shit out of that. Is what would happen. I'd be watching it and I'd be like, so.
What's up?
No, I go into the other room. The room that's behind the secret door that's right over
The
there.
other room
Come on,
that
get
everyone
on.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows is in the left-hand corner
Yeah.
of that room behind the dusty shelf.
Yeah.
Northeast corner.
Matt's-
Northeast corner. I checked there.
Yeah.
It's right there.
This
Just
is
fucking, I don't
this
care.
is
It's
why
Yeah.
Tommy sits in the
Matt's
left
gonna have one of
eastern
his
corner.
74 actual computer screens up there, you know, just randomly checking all the different whispers.
I'd throw it up on the 65. I'd be like, what do we got over here? Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, I'm going to bed.
All right.
I'll see you guys. I know it's
Yeah.
even later out there.
Good
so-
night, guys.
Yeah. Hey,
You
thank-
too.
thank you, everybody.
Who was
Good.
watching, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be back, like I said, Monday around 9, but more likely 9:30ish, and then we'll actually start playing around 10. But you can show up anytime and see us be stupid for a while before we actually start.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Because
Everybody,
yeah,
thank you.
Only if
we're
Jack
not
turns it
stupid
on.
the rest of the time. I promise we
all right.
will not be stupid the rest of the time.
No, we're
Don't
gonna be
don't
stupid.
promise. Don't promise that.
Yeah,
I mean that's a fail.
We're totally gonna be stupid all the time.
That's
Let's
what we do,
promise
right?
stupid
Is
and then
fail.
surprise
But we'll do it with
everybody.
style. That's what
Yeah.
counts, right?
Bye.